You will not be able to stay home, brother.
This is the Parley, a place where guests are required to put their money where their mouth is, where we double down on the discourse and conversation. That's the only currency accepted. Proudly presented by the Nefarious Media Network.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, people all over the world? This is the Nefarious Media Network, and this is the Parley. Like that lady said off the top of the show, man, it's a place where conversation is the only currency accepted, and we have a lot to talk to on this edition of the show. Not only do we have to talk about a seismic shift in the National Basketball Association, not only do we have to talk about some of the big news pertaining to the Marvel Cinematic Universe coming out of San Diego Comic-Con this past week, but we also got to take some time and reflect and center ourselves and take a pause for the cause and go feed some ducks. So this is going to be another fun episode, ladies and gentlemen. Got a lot to get to, so let's not waste any time. Of course, I am the Godfather Nate Milton, one of your hosts. 10 years in the game, over 10 years in the game. I'm not going to shortchange myself. Over 10 years in the game. Not a damn thing changed. I am still your favorite podcaster's favorite podcaster. And we're joined by some folks here today, man. First of all, let's bring out a gentleman who the last time you saw him on the Nefarious Media Network, he was talking about the WNBA All-Star Game. And this week, he might be talking about a superhero all-star lineup. So let's bring this man to the stage. Y'all know him, y'all love him. He is America's favorite backsliding vegan, the super producer, aka the Caitlin Clark of production. That's why we call him Caitlin Dark. Y'all give it up for Two-Way Ray Williams. What up, Ray?
What's going on, brother Nate? Always a pleasure to join you. And yeah, we got a couple of huge topics to get into, so I don't want to waste any time dwelling on my boring lifestyles.
Your boring lifestyles, your life choices, whether it be backsliding veganism or Red Hat Ray. We're not going to get into none of that right now at the top of the program, Ray Williams, because we got somebody that hasn't been home for a while, but she back. We're always glad whenever she's able to make time in a busy schedule. And I feel like, Ray, we might get into some lively discussions about the second topic, and she will politely amble her way through the first topic. So let's bring her on to the program, ladies and gentlemen. You know her, you love her. One half or 1/3, I guess, of the team that brings you the Avengers Initiative, available exclusively on the Nefarious Media Patreon. She's also that lady from the top of the show. Y'all give it up for Brittany Monet. Cap, what's good, man?
Hey,
or should I say to you, Cap, hey, pal.
Hey, yeah, it's been a minute. I been working, and I feel like the last time you guys podcast, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell him to show up just because I wanted to be a surprise, and I ended up napping longer than I meant to. So that's why I wasn't here the last time. And then I've just been working usually on Mondays, and I get off around, usually it's like later in the day. So the fact that I actually got off early and I was like able to make it, I'm like, this is going to be great. I am so excited to talk to you guys about Marvel, and I don't know much about the sports stuff, so that'll be fun for me.
These sports ball games, as a friend of the program, Andy Babak would say. Shout out to the good brother Andy B, who I'm sure had a very busy week over at Multiverse of Color covering Comic-Con. But yes, Cap, we always glad when you're able to make time, my friend. And you may not be interested in basketball for what the on the court action, Brittany, but I think Ray, there's a way to get Brittany hooked on this story because if nothing else, the LeBron James final decision, as he calls it, was a reality show, Brittany Monet.
Oh.
So here's the thing. For those that may have been living under a rock, Ray Williams, or were too busy to check their phones or watch TV the past 5 days or so, LeBron James is now a Philadelphia 76er. He has left the Los Angeles Lakers. He has left Brittany's neck of the woods, and he has traveled east to join the 76ers, a team that has been without a title, Ray Williams, for 43 years. Haven't won a championship since Dr. J and Moses Malone and them dudes was in the building. And LeBron is trying to reverse that curse. But I think the best way to kind of explain it for Brittany so she can understand it, Ray, is it's like an episode of The Bachelor, okay?
Oh, I don't that either.
Okay. It's like an episode. It's like an episode of Love Island. How about that?
I don't watch that one either. The only reality quote unquote show that I watch is Love on the Spectrum.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like an episode of Drag Race because I thought you'd be watching.
I do watch Drag Race. Drag Race.
Let's go with Drag Race, even though the analogy kind of falls apart now, Ray. Because now I have to reverse engineer this damn analogy that was set up for Bachelor. But anyways, this is like Drag Race, Brittany Monet. Drag Race of the NBA, okay? And LeBron James is RuPaul, okay? And he's got all these teams that are interested in him as a free agent, even though he's 42 years old, by far one of the oldest players in the history of the National Basketball Association. He's got the Lakers. They're like, hey, man, we know you said you was leaving, but come on back. He's got the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry, his good friend. It's like, come on, man, let's end our careers together as brothers. He's got the Miami Heat, who he won 2 championships with, and then Pat Riley pissed him off because Pat Riley, A, tried to take the credit for the teams winning the championship, but B, when LeBron was on the plane, he took away LeBron James' special cookies that LeBron James brought on the plane, and he was like, y'all can't have no cookies on the plane no more. And LeBron James was like, I'm a grown-ass man. I can't have these cookies. And so they left things on a contentious note. But the Heat is like, come on, LeBron, let's let bygones be bygones. So, and then you got the 76ers who's like, hey, you ain't got no connection to us whatsoever, but we got a good little team here. And then finally, Brittany Monet, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James' hometown team. So he started his career in Cleveland, was there for a while. They couldn't win anything because they was a terrible franchise. He left to go to Miami. The owner wrote like a slave master letter, like, how dare you, LeBron? We did everything for you. And it was a slave master letter printed in Comic Sans, Brittany. So the man was unhinged. But then LeBron came back to Cleveland in 2016 and had like one of the greatest championship runs ever. And he was like, Cleveland, this is for you. I love you. Oh. And they was like, we love you too, LeBron. And then LeBron went to LA. And so they didn't love LeBron no more. So bringing it back to the RuPaul of it all, he looked at all these teams, Brittany, and he was taking his time. And people was like, why you taking so much time to make this decision, LeBron? You 40-something, you ain't that good no more. But everybody was still watching, even though they was talking trash. And then LeBron looked at the Golden State Warriors. He looked at the Miami Heat. He looked at the Lakers. He even looked at his beloved hometown Cleveland Cavaliers. And he said, sachet, go away. And then he turned dramatically and looked at the 76ers and said, Shantae, you stay. Because LeBron James signed a 2-year deal for $8 million, which is well below market value. It's the veteran minimum in the NBA. Signed a 2-year deal for $8 million to play for the 76ers, who have a great young core, and they just added Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics, who won a championship in Boston. So LeBron is on a stacked team, Brittany, and there's so much drama around this 42-year-old man who still is able to get all these headlines. So did I explain it in a way that made it at least halfway interesting for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, LeBron is obviously one of the greatest. So even though I don't watch basketball, I know enough to know that he's one of the greatest out there. So I think that he should end his career how he wants. I feel like he's earned it. I don't know. I hope he has fun at the 76ers. Isn't that the team that Allen Iverson used to be on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I know that is because there was a basketball video game that we had, and I always picked Allen Iverson on my team. And even if, because you could select, I think, like whatever. I always picked Allen Iverson. So that's the only reason I know some of the teams.
So Brittany knows ball even if she don't know ball, right? Because that's Allen Iverson back in those games was crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope LeBron has if his last 2 seasons, he said, I hope they end well, and it's whatever. I hope it's worth it, or he doesn't decide to pivot or something, or I don't know.
Oh, there was one more piece of drama I left out, Brittany.
Oh, okay.
So LeBron got his son. LeBron technically didn't get his son. He helped his son get a job, but if LeBron's son had the athleticism of me or Ray in terms of basketball,
go ahead, call me out too. Yeah,
he would not be on the Los Angeles Lakers. You got small calves, you can't pivot as fast as you used to, Ray.
That's the only reason why I'm not in the NBA. I got
other than the small calves, you would have been one of the greats, Ray. I could see it.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron got his son, or helped his son get drafted by the Lakers, and then LeBron waited and made sure the Lakers gave Bronny a guaranteed 2-year contract, and then he left. So the Lakers, whether they want to or not, are stuck with LeBron's son on the team, which is hilarious to me.
And you said his son is just okay.
His son's good, but he's not like if LeBron James wasn't his dad, he'd be playing probably overseas or minor league basketball, eventually making his way to the NBA.
Oh. All right, I see. Well, I don't know. Sometimes the underdog surprises you.
Plus, we're fans of good old black nepotism on this show.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But Ray Williams, we talked a little bit about this on the WNBA All-Star game, during the WNBA All-Star game the other night. Probably too much time spent talking about it. Shout out to the patriarchy. But Ray, what did you make of this move now that you've had a few days to think about it? Because I still think, after I've had some time to just kind of let it marinate, at worst, Philly is the third best team in the East, and I think they're a real shot. They have a real shot at getting to the finals.
Yeah, I think so too. You, myself, and brother Chris talked about it, how the East is pretty much up for grabs, even though there was an Eastern Conference team, the New York Knicks, who won the championship this year. So we still think that it's still up for grabs, whether it be with New York or Boston, who traded over Jaylen Brown to the 76ers, but they still have a decent core. But other than those two teams in Philadelphia, really, the East is pretty much up for grabs. So I think now with some time, I do see this as a all-in move for Philadelphia, or alongside a combination of moves to make this an all-in general all-in push, kind of similar to what New York did last year, where they had to trade, they traded for Cat prior to, but it's just and they got rid of their old coach, Tom Thibodeau, and they got a new coach in Mike Brown, and it's just it's all hands on deck. It's either championship or bust. That's how the Knicks were last year. I think that's how Philadelphia is this year. It's just all hands on deck. We just need to, put together some pieces, make sure that we're still under the salary cap enough, and I think that's where that 2-year contract comes to play. I believe there is a player option as well, meaning he plays fully this year, but then prior to next year, he'll have the option of whether he wants to continue on that particular contract, whether he wants to renegotiate for that last year, or whether he wants to negotiate for an extension, meaning more years on the contract. Like Brother Nate said, he ain't going for no more years. This is the last stop. I feel. I think the only question is whether this is his last year or the next year is going to be his last.
I think it's 2 years, right? I think this. So this year, it's at least, who am I to question LeBron James? Who am I to question the king? But I think this year is the feeling out year where they kind of see how good this team could be, because as Chris brought up on the WNBA All-Star game, like, it's very rare that you put a team together and microwave a championship. Like, there still has to kind of, like, even with the Knicks when they got Cat, there has to be 1 year of growing pain. So I think this year is kind of the feeling out year, and then next year is like the rare, because we've seen championship runs, Ray Williams, and we've seen farewell tours. We ain't never seen a championship farewell tour before, dog. We ain't never seen it. May never see it again. So I think I think he's gonna give us 2 years, Ray. But here's the other thing. Here's another way I can kind of relate it back to our good friend Brittany Monet. So she's not a fly on the wall in this conversation. The Philadelphia 76ers are much like the Avengers, okay? Because there was an idea about 12 years ago called The Process. And the process involved the Philadelphia 76ers putting out one of the worst basketball teams in the history of basketball every night, Brittany Monet, in front of fans. Some tickets got as low as $6, $7, 6, 7, Ray, $7 to get into the game. A professional basketball game. They was charging $7 tickets because they knew this team was trash. It was basically, if you looked at on the court, Brittany, it was Amon Shumpert, who most people only know for his hair. It was a bunch of random people. It was a dog that was out there playing point guard at times. There was a little person that was playing center, and it was like, how does that even work? How you 4'10" and you playing center in the NBA? It don't work. There was a blind shooting guard. I'm like, he's missing all of these shots. What is the problem here? They were just terrible, Britt. But the purpose of that, of being so bad, was that they could have the odds to get the number 1 pick. And they tanked, and they picked Joel Embiid, who is this great generational center, Brittany Monet, who has one Achilles heel, his heels and his knees and his hips. He's not very durable. And so the whole time they've had Joel Embiid since 2014, Cap, and they just call it, they just been like, trust the process. We trust the process. It's going to work out. And the process is we're going to bring these players in with Joel, and that don't work. We're going to trust the process. We're going to bring in Ben Simmons, who has a malfunction in his mind, and he's out of the league, and now he's a professional fisherman, which is wild. And they're going to trust the process, Brittany Monet. They're going to bring in all these superstars. James Harden comes in, and he don't do nothing but terrorize the strip clubs in the greater Philadelphia area, eating up all the lemon pepper wings. But they're going to trust the process. And finally, 12 years later, the process has landed the Philadelphia 76ers, LeBron James. And this is wild. This is wild to me, Ray. Like, I said it the other night, man, when we did the All-Star Game live watch. We'd have never done a live watch for a regular season game. We doing it for LeBron, cuz. We doing it for LeBron, cuz.
Yeah, I'm definitely in for it. But yeah, I mean, I can't see this. The thing that I was mentioning with you guys is that there's only one ball, and it's like, how are we going to get all of these guys, like you mentioned? Philadelphia already had a strong core with Joel Embiid and with their point guard, who is pretty much their quarterback, who is pretty much like the leader on the floor for them, in Tyrese Maxey. And also they have, who will now be a second-year star, who is pretty much made himself fully intact with the team and fully like engaged with the team as a whole with VJ Edgecombe. Um, like you already had a great core, and then you bring in Jaylen Brown, who was an MVP candidate last year, pretty much put the Celtics on his back. Uh, Pretty much the only reason why he was traded was because A, he cost too much money to keep, and B, oh, he's too smart. Oh, he thinks he's smarter than the rest of the people in the room. Spoiler alert, he probably is. He went to Cal Berkeley, so he probably is smarter than all y'all in the room. And then some people say he got kicked out because he wanted to have black neighborhoods in Boston be fully autonomous and try to help them make money for themselves. But that's neither here nor there. That is just hearsay from what I heard. But yeah, I think it's a great core that you already had, and you're bringing up some great pieces, especially with LeBron. But again, how are you going to have everybody get their touches? Because as you mentioned on that WNBA All-Star Game show, LeBron already felt as though he was the third option in LA. He might be like the third or fourth option. even with the resume that he's put together, he's still older. He's not that old. I heard somebody online talking about he 42, he pushing 50. That's not the definition of pushing 50. Late 40s is pushing 50. Y'all guys act like he's like 76. Okay, this brother has been keeping himself in great shape. He just got into his 40s. Like, he don't turn 42 until December. Man, and maybe I'm projecting because I'm 41, but I'm not pushing 50.
I was gonna say that
I'm not old.
Thou doth protest too much, Ray Williams.
I felt something when he said that. He said it like 4 times too. He pushing. I gotta cut this off. Before I get mad, I gotta cut this video off.
But here's the thing, Ray. The thing about LeBron James, I think if this was Kevin Durant, or if this was somebody that needed to take the shots, I think you might have a point. But I think we've seen LeBron's greatest attribute, even more so than his scoring ability, is his ability to facilitate. LeBron could be that floor general. Like, I think a lot of these guys are going to have things unlocked because of the presence of LeBron. I think it's going to help Maxey. I think it's going to really help VJ Edgecombe. Like, this is basically going to like an accelerated master's class, playing with LeBron James for 1 or 2 seasons. That's going to help VJ Edgecombe's maturation and development. I think it's Jaylen Brown. Like, it's going to help Jaylen Brown out. I think off the court, it may help Joel Embiid. Like, Joel's like, wait a minute, LeBron, all you do is stretch? I could have been stretching this whole time and not been injured? Wait a minute. You opened my eyes, LeBron James. I do think, though, if there is any friction, though, which I don't think, because LeBron is like the ultimate like team player, I think the friction would be between Jaylen Brown and LeBron James, because it could end up, Brittany, like that scene at the end of Endgame where you got, Star-Lord and Thor up on the ship, and Jaylen Brown in this case is Star-Lord and Thor is LeBron James. He's like, no, Jaylen, it's totally your team. Totally. But we know it's not. Cuz like LeBron, I think LeBron can be deferential, but everybody still knows, Ray. Even Joel, like, dog, I've been here 12 years, but it's kind of your team a little bit. It's our team, but it's your team. It's like the bike on Friday, like with Debo. Exactly. It's both our bikes, Debo. You just keep it at your house.
Right, exactly. The thing is, when you talk about him being a facilitator, though, again, he's heavily, even though he doesn't shoot the ball that much, he's heavily ball dominant. And we kind of saw that with him in trying to have him together with Russell Westbrook. Now, I believe Russell Westbrook was more kind of set in his ways. I think Tyrese Maxey might be a little bit more willing to kind of defer, especially to LeBron James. I think he'll be more willing to defer. I think Russell Westbrook, he pretty much sees himself as a peer of LeBron James. He probably knowing Russ, he probably think he better than LeBron, which is another thing entirely. But I think, like you say, I think with the group of guys that you have, most of those guys are going to be willing to not toe the line, but they'll be willing to defer a lot to LeBron James. I think,
and everybody's going to have their chance to shine, Ray. Because like LeBron, as great as he is, as great as he has been, yeah, he's still pushing 43, Ray. And I didn't know we had a special guest in the building this whole time. Shout out to Nala in the building.
She can't hear you guys, but yeah, she started walking in between my legs, and I had to pick her up.
But much like Brittany picked up Nala, okay, Ray, I think that's how LeBron is gonna pick up these Sixers, because I feel like there's gonna be nights where Jaylen, I think a big stretch of the season, Jaylen Brown is gonna have to take over. There's gonna be big stretches of the season where it's gonna be Maxi's job to take over. LeBron's gonna take his share. Joel Embiid, they probably gonna put that man in bubble wrap and Kevlar vests. And like, hey, Joel, the ultimate you on load management. You playing one game a week. That's all you get, brother. One game a week, and then you stretching and being in the cold tub.
And again, to relate this to Brittany, they just gonna put him in a cryogenic chamber, and then come May, they gonna let him out. It was like, oh, this is a new year. I didn't.
He'll be like Captain America at the end of First Avenger, just running out to the streets of Philly. What's going on? It's a year later, Joel. We made the playoffs.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool, LeBron. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, Ray, because the West has like 4 or 5 killers at the top. They're a very top-heavy conference with not with Golden State, with San Antonio, with I would say San Antonio, OKC, Denver, Houston, Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think those like everybody else is just kind of like fair game. Whereas the East, they're not as like top heavy with these dominant teams up top, but I think they're deeper because we talked about the Knicks, the Celtics, the Heat. We talk about Detroit. We talk about Cleveland. What is Cleveland going to do? Atlanta, who was the second best team in the East last year, Ray Williams. Philly. We talk about like what is like your Wizards might pop up and surprise some people. Indiana's getting Halliburton back, so that's 9 teams right there that are kind of jostling for position. But I'm excited, man. I think LeBron is good for the league. Like, you know, we can debate LeBron and Jordan to the end of time, and then somewhere in the corner you got somebody that's pushing 80 talking about what about Bill Russell? It was like, eat your gelatin, sir, and stay out of this conversation. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's very disrespectful. But I'd be like, you know, he was good. You don't know about Jerry West. Elgin Baylor was a beast. He had a bag. But like I think this is good for the league. I like Lou Alcindor until he converted and all that. This Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I never liked the cut of his jib. I don't know what accent I'm doing right there, Ray. But anyways, I think it's gonna be
I'm gonna call him Lou.
I think it's gonna be a fun season, and I'm excited, man. Like to Brittany's point, like I hope LeBron is happy. I hope LeBron finds what he needs in Philly, and yeah, man, it wouldn't surprise me if he won one more before he left.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. The only thing that made me think that this would be the final year is that I'm hearing amongst the scuttlebutt around LeBron is that he's going to have a documentary team kind of following him this year. So that's the only thing that gives me pause and be like, is this the last year? Or like you said, is this the filling out year? And then you go.
I mean, he's always had media around him. Like, I think the documentary crew is a little bit different, but he's always had people kind of documenting his life, Ray. But I think there is something to ending a career at 25 years. Like, nobody has ever done that and played at a high level in the NBA. And this is why when we had Brandon on during the NBA Finals, I said, you know, LeBron James is more Tom Brady than Tom Brady. Like, he's the Tom Brady of the NBA, and it would be crazy if, much like Brady, he went out with a championship.
Well, Brady didn't. Well, that's neither here nor there. We won't let the facts get in the way of a good
What do you want to
story.
say, Ray? What do you want to say, brother?
I mean, Brady at his last season, he didn't like the season before he ended it with a championship, but his last season.
Well,
his
that's
last
when he should have
season,
left. That's when he should have quit.
That's
Because if
when
he
it
had
should-
quit
yeah.
right there, he'd probably still be married, even though Giselle was out there with the karate instructor. If you know, look, LeBron is better than Brady because even with the 2 years in Philly, LeBron still got Savannah. He still got the family.
Right.
They still having Taco Tuesday.
Right.
Shout
And
out
that's
to
the
that
thing
man,
too.
LeBron.
It's like not only is the longevity on the court is such an amazing feat, but the longevity within the public eye. Like this brother came into the league as a teenager, and he has never had any controversies outside of the court. Like I think the one thing, I'm thinking of Carmelo when I'm thinking of somebody who got a speeding ticket with like 100 miles per hour. Yeah, that was
I
Carmelo.
don't think LeBron even got a speeding ticket.
I don't even think so either, or we haven't heard about
We
it.
don't know
which
about it,
is
but
another
the only public thing that could be considered like a blemish on LeBron's record is when he didn't speak out against China. But I get it because Daryl Morey is like, you need to speak out against China, LeBron. And LeBron was in China. And I don't know how you operate in these streets, Daryl Morey, but you don't say nothing about a place where people is at when you in the place with the people around you, because you might not make it out of the place with the people. Daryl Morey.
As company man Punk. Like, I ain't bashing these people. I apologize. Let me get on out of here.
Right. Let me get back to America first. Then I might, you know what? I've had time to think and reflect on my views, and China's bad, guys. Really, really bad. Like that. But other than that, like LeBron has been like somebody who has never had a whiff of being a bad person or having this scandal and stuff around him. So yeah, it's remarkable, man. I think the only reason LeBron doesn't get as much love as he should probably is because you got, old heads like me to still love MJ. And look, here's the thing. I've come around. Like I think it's a close argument, LeBron or Jordan, because LeBron has longevity on his side, Jordan has rings on his side. And so it's apples and not apples and oranges. It's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, and it's like either way, both of them dudes is like the greatest to ever do it, Ray. Like LeBron might not be your GOAT, but he damn sure better be on your basketball Mount Rushmore.
Exactly.
And he's the star of Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. You ain't like that one, Britt?
No, it wasn't that good.
Oh, not even Don Cheadle? As Algae Rhythm, the algorithm?
No, that movie was not it. I'm sorry.
The movie was wild. It was wild to me. It's just like LeBron doing LeBron things. Like that's the other thing too, Ray. Like LeBron's off-court career is going to be interesting because he's already dipped his toe in media. He's already talked about ownership. So like LeBron is fascinating, man.
Indeed, and we'll see where it goes. But I think one more person would like to come on over and chime in if he lets me know. I think he's preoccupied at the moment, but if he wants to let me know if he wants to come on, I could put him on.
Okay.
All right.
Is it the professor?
Yes, sir.
Is he ready or is he still working?
I think he's ready. I think he's ready.
Okay,
let's bring just sitting in front of the screen.
Let's bring Professor out so we can because I don't want to spend too much longer on the LeBron topic because we do want to get to this Marvel stuff from Comic-Con. But Chris, welcome the Professor Chris Ely, aka Chris from LA. Can we rock? What's up, Doc? You already know what it is. But Chris, we were just having an extended conversation about LeBron going to Philly, kind of dovetailing off of what we talked about during the All-Star game Saturday night. Any new thoughts? Like now that you had a couple days to think about it and see like LeBron fit with these players in Philly, what's your predictions for this upcoming season, brother?
Like, so my prediction is pretty much the same. I think if he wants to go to Philly, he's earned that right. I think Philly He should be an okay piece to them. And sometimes all you need as a team is a veteran piece. I don't really know a veteran that's won a championship, and I don't really know if they've got that on Philly. So he might be good for them. The problem that he's got now in 2026 is I don't think any team is going to manufacture a situation where you're just going to win a ring. Those
Yeah.
days are over for right now. The days of Kevin Durant going to the Warriors and just their instant 2 rings, or the days of LeBron hooking up with his boys in Miami and
Beatles.
instantly winning rings. That shit is done. So maybe he can. I mean, I think if he doesn't win a ring with Philly, it might be time to retire, or maybe he's just playing to just say that, hey, I was competitive playing until I was like 45, 46, 47 years old, and that
Pushing
would be a
50.
record. Yeah. And if he wants to do, and I've heard him say in interviews that he's wants to do that kind of thing. And if he wants to do
He
that, that's
could.
fine.
Like that's the crazy thing about it, Chris. Like
Yeah.
LeBron is still at a level where, like, let's say he plays 5 more years. Like, I believe by the end of that 5 years, Chris, he could still be averaging like 11,
Right.
12 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Right. Yeah. Because I was like, when Kobe, right after he retired, they were doing an interview and they said, could you still play if you wanted to play? And Kobe answered the question, could I still play? Yes, I could. There's medicine and technology that allows players to get longer longevity and stuff. And then he said, do I still want to play? No, I don't. He said he was happy, and he was starting to, like, he was winning Oscars and stuff like that. And I don't think that competitive edge has left LeBron. I think and the difference between LeBron and somebody like a Tom Brady is, I think LeBron's wife has been used to him having this life since high school.
Yep.
So it's not like, oh, he's just switching up. I think with Tom Brady and Giselle, I think Giselle wanted, like, okay, you played football for this long, now I need to have
Bring
you
your
to
ass home.
herself. And Brady wasn't ready to do that. And Brady seems like a guy that was just going to be bored at home. They weren't going to get like him playing football was probably saving his marriage, and I think LeBron, yeah, he could have some good years on Philly. If they don't win a ring this year, which Philly's good enough to the point where they could win a ring, and LeBron could be a missing piece, but I don't know if you leave Philly again. I think, or you leave Philly, you need to stay where you're gonna stay, man, and just finish up like this,
So Ray thinks he's only staying a year, Chris. I think he's staying 2 years, and I feel like if he wins this year, which I don't think they're going to win this year, I think if anything they'll probably win next year, because you're right, you can't just microwave a championship. You got to go through at least a season of figuring out what this is, and do we need to add some bench players? Do we need to tinker with this? Do we need to get Joel Embiid's ass up out of here because he can't stay healthy? Like, they need to kind of figure that stuff out. But I feel like year 2 in Philly is where, if they win a championship, it's also the retirement tour year, the farewell tour year.
Yeah,
or he could just play till 50 and just be like, damn, all of y'all, I'm averaging 15 points as a 50-year-old.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle of you and Ray. I'm leaning towards 1 year, but if he's if he's good, if the goal is to just create a record,
Mhm.
then 2 years, and then I don't know, maybe he's like wait, because Stephen A. Smith, I heard him on TV the other day saying that if he had gone to Cleveland, they would have been favorites in the East to win the championship. And I just don't know if that kind of thing is true anymore. I don't know
Yeah.
if you like if this was LeBron in the 2010s, probably. But even with the way the rules are now, I don't know if that's just happening that way. So, good luck to him, whatever he does. I mean, he's gonna get his jersey retired on 3 teams when he's done playing
Yeah.
basketball. So, I mean,
Maybe
he's
4.
yeah. If he wins a ring with Philly, hell yeah, he gets his jersey retired
Like,
there also.
sorry, Jelly Bean Bryant. This 23 is going up in the rafters for LeBron, cuz. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, was Jelly Bean number 23 when he played?
Yeah,
for Philly?
when Kobe's dad, Jelly Bean Bryant, played on the Sixers, he was number 23, which is wild. Like,
Oh,
just
okay.
the correlation.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. Yeah, and he's going back to number 23 on the Sixers, right?
Yeah, they put out a tweet, or I think it was yesterday. It was over the weekend. They put out a tweet of his jersey, and he will be wearing 23.
Yeah, so yeah, they'll they'll do something, man. Shit, I mean, they'll be yeah.
I was about to say he can't do because Julius Erving was 6, right? So he can't do 6.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, if
Retire?
LeBron wins a title in Philly, they're gonna build a statue up for him, Chris, but not out in front of the stadium. They're gonna go to that museum and put a hoop behind the Rocky statue and have LeBron dunking on Rocky Balboa, cuz.
Yeah. The last
with a
Philly
cheesesteak in the other hand. Just
yeah.
how was that?
The last Philly team to win a championship was that team with Moses Malone and
Dr. J. Yep, they went
Dr.
4-4-4.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he'll be a folk hero if he wins in Philly, because they just haven't gotten it. I mean, Iverson was
Brittany's
because the
favorite
thing
player.
and the thing with Iverson is he was good. Because some people say Allen Iverson was an underachiever. I don't agree with that. I think Allen Iverson played to the level he was going to play at, given the teams he was on,
Yes,
given what he was willing to commit to,
given his lifestyle.
yeah. He was an excellent player. It's just not every player is going to be Kobe or every player is going to be Tim Duncan. That's just not how the NBA works,
Right.
And yeah, but I think LeBron is I think he should just finish off his career in Philly. If he's good enough to play two more years, go ahead and do it. But you're because if he wins a ring in Philly, he'll get the ring and nobody will remember anything else. If he doesn't get the ring in Philly and then go somewhere else, then it starts to look like ring chasing, which it already does look like, but I mean, it starts to look way more like it.
And to that point, though, Chris, I think there is something to the ring chasing argument, but I've seen the corollaries come up the last week or so by some folks where it's like, yeah, you can call it ring chasing, but also everywhere he goes, they're in contention. So it's like he ring chasing, but he's also the one that allows you to chase the ring.
Yeah, but still, man, it's the whole it's ring chasing, but it's the Playboy Mansion thing, right? It's like, you're the man and you could get girls, but you're getting girls at the Playboy Mansion, it's like Okay, so I mean, yes.
So, some would say mission accomplished, Chris. Some would
Right,
say
yeah, mission accomplished. So I mean, yeah,
Potato.
right, yeah. Because I mean, yeah, he is the missing piece. I mean, even like Kevin Durant, it was ring chasing too, but
Yeah.
it was
To me,
also
that was more egregious because they had just won.
Yeah, but I
Right.
mean, he needed a ring. He wasn't gonna win shit with OKC. That was not happening. Not with Russell Westbrook thinking he was as good as Durant. It wasn't happening
Right.
there. He had to go to Golden State to get his rings. So I don't like even like with historically looking back at LeBron. I mean, he was on Cleveland for some years
Yeah.
before he
It
finally
ain't like he just left. Like he suffered
before
in
he
Cleveland.
before he finally gave up. I mean, there is a point of like no return when you've been on a team for so long and you keep coming close and all that, and you just don't win. And the last time, and when they got to the finals with Durant that one season, because they should have probably won it that season, but it's guys are thinking that they're better than they are, and it just wasn't going to happen. So I completely understand why he left those bums behind.
He hit him with that he hit him with the Mary J from Wait to Exhale. 11 years of sacrifice.
Yeah, and I think people get bad at Durant too, because Durant played the free agent game better for those couple years. That's just a fact. It's like and everyone's, and during that era, everybody was doing it. It was like everyone's trying to like manufacture these rings.
It was an arms race because it started with the Celtics, then went to the Heat, then we saw the Warriors, and so it just became this arms race of who could get the most stars.
Right. Yeah.
Some would say, Chris, who could assemble, the most Avengers.
Let's
and
do
that leads us to topic number 2, Ray Williams. Because out there in Chris and Brittany's neck of the woods, a little bit down to 405, there was a little mom and pop show held this past week. A little something called San Diego Comic-Con, okay? And there were several presentations by a bunch of different corporations that want to take your money from you in exchange for entertainment in varying degrees of quality. And one of the most talked about things coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, as it always is what Marvel brought to Hall H. And last week, we talked about Avengers Doomsday. They dropped that trailer on us about a week ago. Ray Williams squealed with delight. He was giddy. I've never seen this man so happy in his life. But Ray was thrilled by the Avengers trailer. I dug the Avengers trailer. And then coming into Hall H, we got more news. Ray Williams not only was the cast out there for Avengers Doomsday, not only did they say we got a new film coming out in 2028 called Ghost Rider, starring a man, Ryan Gosling, who's a very fine actor, but never forget he was a liability at cornerback. That's why they had to put Petey in the game. Ray gets that reference now. Ray understands the reference now.
Remember the Titans,
but maybe the biggest news.
Strong side.
Left side, strong side, yes. But at least to me, Ray, the biggest news was we had our man Ryan Coogler out there, okay? Just want to welcome everybody to Hall H out here, cuz. Really, it's just great to be here. And I want to introduce the new Black Panther. We have a new Black Panther, Ray Williams, a new T'Challa gracing the screen in Black Panther 3, which will be out in 2028 as well. And let's talk about all of this stuff. Doomsday, Ghost Rider, the Hall H presentation. Let's start with you, Brittany, because we've had conversations off air, Brittany, and me and Ray are very enthusiastic about this Doomsday trailer. And somebody has to be there to rein in our enthusiasm. Some would say rain on the parade, Brittany Monet. But What are your thoughts about the the Doomsday trailer and then what we saw in Hall H, my friend?
Well, like,
That's Brittany's thoughts right there.
yeah. Well, there were things that I did like enjoy that I told you in the voice message I sent you. Like, I was like, it was really fun to see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in the trailer. And then I was like, obviously, like, I love James Marsden and Rebecca Romaine, but her wig is atrocious. Like, I understand if you're someone who's a little bit broke and you don't got the money to have the good, quality hair and wigs and
CW.
extensions. I understand that. That's like, okay, I understand. You're trying your best with what you got. But when you're like a bajillion dollar company and you can't get good wigs for Mystique and for Bucky, like Bucky's wig, I think is worse in a way because it's just the style doesn't go with Bucky. It's so weird. I think. I don't know. So that took me out of the like trailer, I think. And then why is
Was that Rich Fan, Ray?
I believe so.
Shout out to Rich Fan who put up the comment, Brittany. No Iron Man. No, we did not get Iron Man. Maybe they're saving him for Secret War.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, Shang-Chi and Gambit. That I don't know.
That wasn't fun, Britt. You didn't like that.
I don't know if I'm like so like I don't know, just like not feeling this movie at all. That everything about it for the most part now is starting to make me go like, I don't know. But like I have always said, I want Marvel to prove me wrong. I want to like, be like, what? Yeah, I was wrong. And here we go. Like, I want to have that like moment. I want that to happen. But it didn't with the Fantastic Four. So I don't know. But it's really cool seeing M'Baku and the Thing like on screen together, and M'Baku is like way taller. That was cool. I think that was like a fun moment. I always love seeing Yelena. I think she's one of the bright like spots of the MCU. And I don't know. I mean, I think there's potential for it to be great. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know if Chris Evans is playing Hydra, Captain Hydra, or I know Anthony Mackie kind of said in an interview that it's supposed to be Nomad, and he is still the Captain America, which is nice to hear confirmed. But I don't know. I feel like even Chris Evans looked a little like different, and I was just like, oh, what's happening here? I mean, obviously they still look better than me because they're $1 million peoples or close to it. So I have no room to really talk, but like still, it's just like, well, what's happening here? His Aurora's gone.
Well, first of all, Brittany Monet, don't sell yourself short, my friend. But second of all, what did you think? Ray tried to say LeBron James wasn't going to be a good locker room leader for these Philadelphia 76ers. He said it between the lines. You got to read between the lines of what he's saying. But what did you think of Thor's motivational speech coming in there talking about, hey, I done fought beside people way better than y'all against people way worse than the dude we fighting. So y'all ain't shit, but we gonna do it together, I guess. Avengers Assemble. What do you think of Thor's motivational speech?
We need a miracle, literally.
Yeah, we need a miracle to even have a chance with you losers. Like, hold on, player. You ain't even been here.
I think it's a nice slight change that it looks like right now from the way the trailer is, that Thor is gonna be the central leading character. But yeah, Love and Thunder wasn't the best, but I do feel like Chris Hemsworth, with Ragnarok and Infinity War and Endgame, I feel like he really did prove that like he could kind of lead the team if they're not gonna fully give it to Anthony Mackie. I feel like he proved that he can do that, so that is nice to see that he's getting to do something. And I'm kind of hoping that him and Loki are united on screen, just because Loki is in the trailer and the TVA is all like, so if you've been slacking on Loki, I highly recommend Loki. Loki is one of the best things that Marvel has done post Endgame. Like, so I'm not
We gonna get
gonna.
some Miss Minutes on the big screen. Is Miss Minutes gonna make her debut?
I mean, hey, you never know. She was technically, I think, supposed to be in it originally because of the whole
To the
Kang.
Kang, yeah.
Yeah, so she might still be in it. Who knows? But I think there's some good things about it. Not to be, I don't want to be 100% Debbie Downer, but we'll see. Like I said, I want Marvel to prove me wrong, and for me to be like, yeah, you know what? You guys were right. Ray was right. Like every ounce of enthusiasm he had was like, right. It wasn't a situation where he hadn't seen, Remember the Titans. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Right way Ray.
I don't know. Did you guys have a favorite moment from the trailer? Because I missed your guys' discussion on it. So,
Ray, go ahead. Bring some joy to the conversation.
I mean, I just enjoyed the trailer as a whole. Well, my favorite moment, and I think I'll say because my attention to detail wasn't as crisp as yours, sister. Sister Brittany, so I wasn't worried about wigs. I'm just like, oh, they back. Oh, he back. Oh. So I was kind of going at it from there, but especially with Gambit coming in, that makes me realize, oh, so I guess Deadpool versus Wolverine is canon. So do we see anybody else from that movie come in? Whether it be an X-23, whether it be Blade, whether it be Elektra, like, do we see anybody else come in from the spoiler? By the way, if you ain't seen Deadpool versus Wolverine, that's on you. They already coming out with that was another announcement. I guess they're coming out with a new Deadpool movie. And now Ryan Reynolds has like a green or a gray suit now.
Gray, which my brother, who he is my Deadpool expert, that he said that is the X-Force costume. Ooh. So he thinks that he's hinting at what he might be wearing in one of the 2 Avenger movies that are coming out. So that's what my brother thinks. If not, he thinks that they're going to do an actual like X-Force movie with Ryan Reynolds, and that's what his next movie is going to be. Okay. Like, because I know he had a somewhat X-Force and Deadpool 2, but my brother thinks it'll be like legit since he was wearing the suit. But I don't really know because I don't follow Deadpool like my little brother does in the comics. So, but yeah, that is a little chunk of knowledge just in case anyone who doesn't read the comics.
Thank you for that little tidbit, that little crumb. That could be a little conspiracy theory. Is it going to be the X-Force? So I just, the reason why I got so giddy is because like I've always, and I think I told you guys off air, I've always been like into the MCU. I've never really been into reading comics because you got to read with your eyes and ain't nobody got time for that. I like watching stuff instead of reading. But like I've been in whatever comic book stuff that was turned into things for other mediums like TV shows, animated shows, or series and movies and stuff. That's what I've been to. So like I've been off and on with X-Men and with the Amazing Spider-Man, the Fox series that came on. So like, and then I kind of got with some of the pre-MCU Marvel movies that came out as well. So I've always been trying to keep up with them in that particular aspect. So but once the MCU got going, I've kind of been like, for most of the movies, I've kind of been tuned in for most of the movies. And like so it's always pretty exciting to see how they link things together with past movies and stuff. And so and I guess we'll talk about that once we go off and talk specific or more about the Black Panther, the Black Panther casting. But I just really enjoyed like seeing some familiar faces while also seeing some newer faces that I may not have been tuned into because I haven't been catching up with most of the movies post Endgame. So I just felt really like really excited for what's to come, and it doesn't take much to please me, y'all. Like,
You're a simple
so
man.
yeah, very simple man. So I'm just excited to see, and then I'm excited to know what kind of, because of course this isn't showing everything that's going to be in the movie. Hopefully they don't do anything, because usually Marvel is known for coming out with like 4 or 5 trailers. Like, we only need like 2 or 3, my boy. Come on now, Kev. Calm down, Kevin. Uh, but I just I want to save some of my reservations until I actually see the movie. So and I'm glad I haven't went out to see like some of the, like, the big bombs or the big failures, like a Quantumania. Like, I ain't go out. Once I heard about that, I was like, I ain't messing with that. I'll take y'all word for it. I'm not one of those people where, oh, you gotta go see it for you. If enough people say it's bad, then I'll go ahead and go along with those people, except for Supergirl, which I thought was good. But and I think people are just hating on it because it was a trendy thing to do. But I thought it was a good movie. But yeah, I'm just intrigued on what kind of secrets that they dabble out, what kind of Easter eggs that they were kind of showing to us through the trailers. And I'm intrigued to see what happens with Robert Downey Jr. I think that I think from what I've heard, that there is a storyline where in an alternate universe, in one of the multiverses, or one of the universes within the multiverse, that Tony Stark ends up becoming Doctor Doom in some form or fashion. So I think you can kind of justify it through canon, so that it won't seem 100% like, oh well, we just needed a we needed a in case of emergency break glass situation. Like, even though we all know it's a break glass in case of an emergency situation, but I think with it being canon, that could be one of the outcomes, that kind of makes it seem like, okay, so they're probably just going with this particular storyline, and then we could see what goes from there. So I'm intrigued to see how he plays that. We got a glimpse of his I forgot what planet, or not planet, but what country, Ervonium or
Latveria.
Latveria. Yes, we got a little taste of his Latvian accent, so it didn't sound too bad, didn't sound too
Well, I
crazy.
mean, I think we all know Robert Downey Jr. can play other ethnicities and races really well.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not the
of course,
problem.
yes.
I believe one of his most famous movie lines, Ray, was, "I'm the Doom that's playing the other Doom dressed as the other Doom."
Yes,
I'm Doctor Doom, y'all.
yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
Dr. Doom sounds eerily like Vladi Diva.
I don't even think they show Tropic Thunder on TV
No,
anymore.
they
That's the
don't.
movie.
You
they
Yeah,
do
never see it.
sometimes.
Oh,
I catch
you
it.
do?
I've never seen it
Brittany
on,
got them
like,
black box
and
channels.
they were showing it on repeat on, like, one of those movie
I
channels. I
saw it on
never.
Showtime, I think.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Yeah, but
Tropic Thunder's
it's
great.
also always on like one of the streaming services that I do have. So I've
Okay.
definitely watched that movie quite a bit. I love that movie. That movie is ridiculous. But no, I really think that for me, like I think I was saying off air with Robert Downey Jr., I don't think he lacks the ability to act well. I just wish they did kind of go with someone else. Like I said, it just feels like they were hard pivoting because okay, well we're not going to do Kang anymore. And I feel like because of that, there's a lot of like story plot, like storylines and stuff that have been like cut, or certain characters that I feel like we're not seeing anymore because of that. At least if right now that's how it feels based off the announced cast of it of Doomsday. So it does feel like a lot of like, okay, well, like we need to get people in the seats, so we're gonna bring back Robert Downey Jr. and we're for sure gonna bring back Chris Evans. Like, I think Chris Hemsworth was always kind of still gonna be in the MCU for a little bit longer than the other guys. But yeah, I just felt like those two came back as like we're trying to pivot hard because we're like, trying to figure out how to work around this Kang problem. And I kind of hate that Kevin Feige was trying to say that there was no build up to Thanos when it's like, yes, there was.
Yeah.
Even if it was a small build up, there was build up. There's been no build up really for, Doctor Doom besides, he's not here at the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Which
He's
is
not
like,
here at the conference. And he was with the baby. He was with Baby Storm. Baby Richards, I should
Baby
say.
Richards.
Yeah, he was with Little Richards.
Little Richards. That's it. That's what I just want. Franklin just wop pop a loop pop a la bam boom. Bam doom. There's gonna be so many Doom puns as we get closer to this movie, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you fret. But here's the thing, Britt. Like, because I think two things can be true at the same time. Like, was this a cash grab? Was this, like Ray said, like a break glass in case of emergency situation? Yes, I think very much so. Because Marvel's like, damn, these movies ain't hitting like they used to. And instead of putting in the work to make them hit like they used to, they're like, hey, you know what never fails? RDJ, Chris Evans, and them Russo boys. So I think, like, yes, there is a way that you can look at this where it's like, you could see the seams of the corporate cynicism going on behind the scenes. But in terms of this trailer, I think what I liked about the trailer is they did so much post Endgame, and part of the reason they did so much was, yes, capitalism, but also everybody was locked up for like 2 years, and so we just throwing all this content out there. How do we make all this content work together? Because that's something that we have to do if we put all this content out here. And so seeing Shang-Chi back in the building,
finally,
yes, Shang-Chi will return eventually. Seeing your man Channing Tatum on these streets, he finna make a name for himself, Brendan Monet. Seeing the original Fox X-Men, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen one last time. Seeing Sam and Bucky, like, again, because like that's something I picked up with Ray. Like I want to see how much of the story is devoted to the new Avengers, the Thunderbolts. Ray, the Thunderbolts is actually the new Avengers. I don't even know if you knew that, brother. And Sam's Avengers, whoever they may be, coming together. I like seeing Shuri and M'Baku hanging out with the Thing. We saw Namor back in the building, and then like maybe my favorite shot of the whole trailer, Brittany, was when Thor was like, "Hey, don't worry about this. I got this, cuz I'm Big Thor." And Dr. Doom was like, "No, you're not. You're not Big Thor at all. 2 fingers, cuz." I was like, "Oh, this man gonna be a problem." So I think, and Brittany, that damn music. I don't care what you put that music on. Could be the worst movie in the world. You put that Avengers theme at the end, I'm like, now I'm intrigued. But
that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm sorry, brother Nate. That's the thing that really, like, I could hear that in like the supermarket. I could hear that at work. Once I hear burr, 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 I'm like, ah!
And not only did we get the Avengers theme, Ray, we got the down-tuned Avengers theme that boom, 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 boom. Like, ooh, something ominous is afoot.
Right.
But I think what I'm hoping for, Brittany, is a couple things. Number one, and then we can go to Chris because we haven't had Chris's thoughts on this yet. Right. But I want to see how the Russos kind of tie all this together, because they are the ones that have been tasked with, okay, we made a mess of things. Like, we had some good films, we had some okay films, we had a bad film in Ant-Man and Thor: Love and Thunder. But for the most part, it was just kind of a mixed bag, But like, I think the public perception of Marvel is worse than the actual reality of what Marvel was doing. Because when you compare it to what DC was doing or some of these other franchises, Marvel was still making money. But I think the care of putting all these stories together has kind of been lost. And so the Russos have to kind of weave all this back together. And so I'm excited for it. I'm also excited to see, Ray, what the Russo brothers do with Captain America. And when I say Captain America, you already know who I'm talking about, Ray Williams, because there's only one Captain America in this movie. Okay, because we got Captain America and then we got Steve Rogers. Those are 2 different people right now, brother. And the Russos have always been good at getting the best out of the Falcon character, whether you go back to the Winter Soldier, whether you go back to the little bits of Sam we got in Infinity War and Endgame. Like, I think they have a good grasp on the character along with Mackey's performance. So I want to see if they actually elevate Sam in these films to where you actually like, you know what? I could see him like, if not being the leader of the Avengers, being like somebody they be listening to. Like Sam get on the horn and they like, yeah, okay, we got to listen to Sam. He kind of the boss. He like middle management. What about you, Chris? A, did you see the trailer? And B, like, what are your thoughts on kind of this next phase, so to speak, of the Avengers?
I mean, I'm gonna see the movies. I saw the trailer. I've maybe it's age. I just don't get excited about these things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time I was excited about the superhero universe was probably
Morbius.
Maybe no, not that. Come on, man. Was probably like 2020 or so. I thought I was kind of feeling when they were coming out with the Black Adam movie, and then Warner Brothers did all their shit to it, and it just turned into a mess. I as far as Sam Wilson, Snap Wilson, I was never a fan of his character until probably the TV show The Winter Soldier. He was a little bit all right. I always thought he was just too much of a fucking lackey in the Captain America universe.
Lackey.
I think it was just kind of like he was just there to be Captain America's cheerleader, which always got on my nerves. Once they did the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they add layers to him that he desperately needed, and then when they gave him his own movie, it was better too. I think, and people saw that last Captain America movie. It didn't do gangbusters, but it made enough money to where enough people saw it. But I do think you could put him in as the leader of the Avengers. The problem is I just think those early movies, he was downgraded so much. Just that it was, I just did not like, it's not that I hated him. I just thought the character was completely useless in those movies. Same with War Machine, and I think the problem with that was Terrence Howard was the biggest star that they put in the first Iron Man.
Never forget.
He was the A-lister coming off of Oscars and stuff like that. Oscar not wins but nominations and critically acclaimed performances. And then Disney, the story that is what happened with that was Disney promised him a certain amount for the sequel, and I think what happened with Disney is Robert Downey Jr. had kind of a career resurgence with that movie because early in Robert Downey Jr.'s career, he was like the next it guy. Then the drugs happened, and then he started doing bit performances. Like I remember he was in Chaplin, and that was like, oh, this guy's gonna be it. And then the drugs happened, and then he kind of dwindled down. He got a second chance on what's the Callista Flockhart show? Ally McBeal, yeah. Got another chance on that. Terrence Howard was in that movie, and Disney was happy with that. They scored him. Then when Robert Downey Jr. performed so well, they were like, well, we're not going to pay you what we said we were going to pay you. So take this pay cut. And if I were Terrence Howard, the way I would have did it was I would have taken the pay cut. Right. And then for the third movie, I would have been like, okay, now you guys got to pay me $45 million fucking dollars. Because if he would have taken the way it works is when you only do one movie and you're not really even the star of the movie, they could easily say you're replaceable. When you're the same character in two movies, that's going to be a harder thing to do because
Yeah.
now you've built a rapport with the audience, and now they're going to be like, hey, where the hell is, the light skin war machine, so it was one of those things. And the way I feel about Marvel is I think that anytime they release movies, they're gonna make money. I think we're just now in an era where people like myself are gonna see the movies, but
Mhm.
I don't know if it's ever gonna get back to how it was like in the 2010s with me, because like I
Yeah.
was anytime a movie would drop, I don't care if it was Marvel or DC, I was gonna see it on opening day.
Mm.
And it was something, and I was always looking forward to Comic Con. I remember being in group chats. You were probably in some of those group chats, Nate, where we were just arguing over like the trailers and just stuff like that. And it's just, I don't know that stuff. Maybe it could be age, or just could be the superhero fatigue. It's just doesn't do that for me anymore. But I think it does look a little, I don't want to call it desperate, but you're going back to the same well,
Mhm.
with a lot of these things, like there is some intrigue with, the Fox Marvel characters being with the Disney Marvel characters, now that everything is just now Fox is Disney owns all of Fox's entertainment assets. But I think if this would have happened in 2017, I'd probably be a little bit
Mhm.
more excited about it. Um, and like I said, I'm gonna see the movies. I saw all the movies. I liked even the movies that the like Deadpool versus Wolverine. I liked the movie, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I just didn't get the same feeling that I got when I saw the Avengers for the first time, or
Mhm.
the
Oh yeah.
the Dark Knight for the first time, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Iron Man for the first time. This is just that's just not there with me. And just even like the era where all those like I couldn't get enough of this shit, man. Like I would watch those AMC shows where they would argue over the movies and have these, like it was like John Campia and a few other dorks. Then when I say dorks, I like the guys like Christian Harloff and um all these critics, Grace Randolph, my homegirl, with them talking about this stuff, and I just don't get that anymore. And
Right.
I have to get back to that, and maybe doing a few more of these shows where we're talking about it again will get me back there. Because even with what Ray said about the Supergirl movie, saying that he thought it was good.
Uh-oh.
I saw the Supergirl movie. It wasn't bad. It's just, if you were doing a DC superhero movie and you're revamping the universe, was she the character you needed to do the movie about first? Or could you have
That is a
saved
good
her for a couple
that is a good
movies,
point.
Um,
Very good point.
that was my point, because Supergirl, she's cool, but she's not Wonder Woman,
Mhm.
she's
Right.
not an A-list character in that universe, she's probably um not even like well, she's probably Vixen, but she's not like, the like, there are other characters you could have did that with outside of Supergirl, is my opinion. But like, yeah, the comic, and it does seem like Comic Con this year got back a little bit of its luster that it had
Mhm.
in the 2010s. Um, I remember in the 2010s going to, it was just impossible to get inside a Comic Con. It was It was sold out. It was just it. I don't know. Was it that kind of headache this year? Because I just remember how it was in like 2017, like when Black Panther and all that
Mhm.
stuff was coming out. It was like you were not, if you didn't buy your tickets like way in advance, you were not getting into Comic Con. Um,
Right.
which wasn't the case in the 90s where it was easier to get in a Comic Con. And then the
Yeah.
2010s, it was just kind of like an exclusive club. And I don't know how it is in the 2020s, but
Just kind of
No,
looking like from everything that I saw online, this looked to be like the first time since the pandemic that it had the juice.
yeah.
yeah,
Like
same
it
here.
took it a few years to get that juice back, at least from
Yeah.
the outside looking in.
Yeah. And see, and then and also you have to kind of, and then they're gonna also have to, Hollywood's gonna have to figure out I mean, and a lot of people were burnt by studios also from like what they did with uh what they did with the Batgirl movie,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
like they made the movie and then they shelved it, and none of
Let's,
those and that
let's
was a
get
messed
these
up thing.
tax write-offs instead of giving
Right.
people what they want. Let's get these
Right,
tax
yeah.
write-offs.
Like, because even if it's a bad movie, I still think it needs to be shown. And
Yeah.
um that, at least that, like, they are doing I saw the trailer for Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
finally
uh,
yeah.
releasing that.
yeah, and that does look like it's gonna be a fun movie. Will I see it in the theater? I haven't decided that yet. um if and But I don't know. We could probably apply to a red carpet for that movie. So,
Okay. I can see Brittany out there with John Cena and them.
yeah. So we'll see. I don't know how the press is gonna work for that, but yeah, man, it's the. I don't think the Marvel universe is dying. I don't even think DC, as bad as it is right now, I don't necessarily think it's dying. I just
Mhm.
think something needs to be done, and I don't know what the answers to it are. Because even with Wonder Man, um, it was decent, but the only people that I know that watched it were me and you, Nate, and like
And
fucking
Ray eventually.
Ray. Yeah, like I like it. Just it's just I liked it better when like because there was a time like when all, and there was just way too much stuff to keep up with, because there was the DC television universe, the DC movie universe, the
Hmm.
Marvel cinematic universe, the Marvel TV universe that was on ABC, the Marvel TV universe that was on Netflix.
Hmm.
It was a lot, you know. And but the thing is everybody was talking about every show back then,
Right.
Yeah.
and the conversations don't seem to be that. Like when I asked my cousin who follows this stuff the way I do, I asked her, "Did you see Wonder Man?" And she had to wonder, man.
Man,
She didn't know what the hell I was
we did
talking
it.
about.
We did
Yeah. She had no clue what I was talking about. And I think that's just a studio. That's a Hollywood problem
Yeah.
that you just have to figure out how to get around it. Like I would do, like if I was them, like I thought they had the right. I think Wonder Man is the right idea.
Hmm.
Um, I think Supergirl is the right idea, just probably not in the immediacy after Superman.
Right.
I think she needs to be built up before you give her her own movie. Whereas Wonder Woman is a legacy superhero from the 70s. Like your 80-year-old mom or grandmother knows who Wonder Woman is.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And that's about it. Yeah, but but yeah, I'm gonna remain cautiously optimistic doing these shows with you guys and stuff, and even for me, it's just I gotta stop like with the nostalgia I had from the 2010s, you
Mhm.
know. Those were the only things that got me through that decade, especially the beginning of the decade when I was going through all that stuff with my ex-girlfriend and all that. Like those movies were like kind of like a outlet for me, you know.
Yeah, I think like it's interesting because like we all have very strong like emotional ties to that phase of Marvel in particular.
Mhm,
But I think like Marvel's had a really strong year, and I think Spider
mhm,
is going to be good, which comes out this week. I
mhm,
think Wonder Man was good for those that watched it. X-Men 97 season 2 has been pretty solid. So I think like to me the only sticking point is the Avengers movie. Like if the Avengers movie can stick the landing, and like we said last week, Britt, on Super Salad with Rachel, like it doesn't have to be the greatest movie in the world. It just has to do its job. And basically,
mhm,
its job is tell a coherent story that brings all of these random threads from the past phase together in a story that makes sense and gives us a satisfying conclusion, or at least a satisfying beginning to a conclusion, because this is part 1 of 2 with Secret Wars, and then sets up things for the next phase of Marvel, which is going to be
mhm.
very mutant heavy. But also, Ray, as we kind of wind down the Marvel of it all, uh, tell us about this man, Toussaint on these streets, brother.
Indeed, indeed. So yes, as you mentioned before, brother Nate, um, the role of Toussaint, aka T'Challa II, has been casted onto young British actor uh, David Jonsson. So
Mm.
you may know David Jonsson from Alien Romulus.
Yes.
He's also
Mhm.
been in some other good movies that have been coming out. I believe it's this one movie I really want to go see. I think he plays like a he plays like a convicted felon and he's in jail and he's trying to make it out. He's trying
Mm.
to make it through his sentence, and then it's this one new guy that comes in that he befriends but ends up getting him like in some hot water to where it's like, am I gonna make it through this sentence alive? So I really want to go see that movie. I forgot what the name of it was, but I heard it's a really good movie. And that he does
Mhm.
well in it. He's
Is that the
also been
Long
in
Walk movie?
The Long Walk. Yeah, the Stephen King, based on the Stephen King novella. Um, so yes, a very accomplished actor, and he does have the features of one Chadwick Boseman as well, not just because he's
Mhm.
black, but
They don't
yeah,
all look alike, Ray.
I know, but yes, yes, I'm definitely excited because uh, I did just recently see Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever
For the first time?
Yes, for
for the
the
first
first
time.
time.
Yes. Don't I see that side eye. I
Yeah.
I
see.
mean,
But no, but that's the problem with the universe right now, because you're not the first person who's told me something like that, right? That
Mm.
that that
Uh,
that was that they had just saw Black Panther 2. Of course, I know more people that did see it, but I know it was a chunk of people that didn't see it like early, you know.
right.
So
Yeah.
that's
So
just crazy. Yeah, well, I saw it right away, but David Johnson is so good. I saw Alien Romulus. That was probably one of my favorite movies of the year it came out. Was that like 2 years now?
mhm,
Um that was really good. So when he was announced, I was really happy. I know there's some people who aren't because they were like the people that they were pulling out. It felt more like, do you want to kiss the actor or do you care about their acting abilities? Because that's how it came off. Like
mhm,
I'd rather it be someone who and he's not even unattractive. So I think people are kind of just I don't know being a little mean and super shallow. But I think he's a really talented actor. So I think that I rather someone carry the role who's actually a good actor versus
Mm.
someone who oh yeah, they look great, but they can't act. You know, they're just they're just there because their dad's already in the MCU. You know, like, but Damson is good at actor. He was at least good in the F1 movie. But I don't know if it's one of those movies where like if you're decent, you're gonna be fine. You know, I don't know if that was that type of movie. But I think that David Jonsson is a great cast, and if it's true that Denzel Washington is going to be playing a variant / kind of evil T'Challa, that's a rumor that I saw around. Don't know if it's true, because that was not. I don't think anything that was confirmed in Hall H. But if that is true, that's going to be fun, and this is going to be.
Let me tell you something, T'Challa. You either sheep or wolf. Are you a sheep or a wolf, T'Challa? What kind of? I'm leaving Wakanda with something, T'Challa. I'm just
Denzel Washington with a Kenyan accent.
Oh, he's not
no accent. Denzel don't do accents.
Yeah. He didn't do one in Gladiator 2, and he still gave such like that movie itself was okay, but he gave such a riveting performance. Like that movie is so fun. I highly recommend watching that movie. You just want to have a good time. Yeah, Denzel. Because he's always. I feel like even when the movies he's in itself are kind of like, that was okay. He still is always like the best part of the movie. So
this is going to be one of his final movies because he's already announced his retirement. So Black Panther 3 gonna make like
when
Black Panther
did he
1,
say his retirement was?
He's like I think he said what the last was it 27 or 28 I think. But basically the movies that he's working on now, like that's pretty much it. At least according to Denzel.
Yeah, and I think he leaked in an interview that he was like, "Oh yeah, Ryan Coogler asked me to play a villain in the next Black Panther movie." So I think we know for sure, regardless of who exactly he's playing, he is the villain. And I think that Kevin Feige confirmed in an interview on the Brand New Day press tour that Storm casting is up to Ryan Coogler.
Yes, which is a smart move. Which is a smart move. Because, like, to me, I was one of the people in the camp that was kind of rooting for Damson to get the job. But I like it when I can be surprised at this stage of the game, Ray Williams. And I don't know anything about David's work. Like, everybody I know that I trust their opinions on movies says he's good. I'm tired of these black British dudes coming over taking good old black American jobs. But I'll leave that as
that's not an American job though.
That's the thing. That's the funny part about it.
Not people turn this into a weird odd like seeing people like freak out about his casting was like, weren't y'all some of you guys are the same people defending Lupita and Zendaya and Elliot Page being in the Odyssey. Like why are you now suddenly being like, oh well, they're not American? And it's just like, well,
like he's Wakandan.
Exactly.
Like we already knew the Odyssey was based on a myth and it's not actually historic, like it's not real. For what we know, this did not really actually happen, even though yes, there was a Troy. We don't know though if the actual like Iliad and the Odyssey actually happened. So it's like, yes, if you're gonna say like, okay, well, it makes sense for Lupita and Zendaya to be in it because of geographically where Greece is. It's like, why are you now it's like, well, geographically, then that means Damson wouldn't make sense either because he's also from England. And then I don't know. So it was just
people
like
crazy. But I like this a lot. I think like I trust Ryan Coogler with decisions like this, man. Like I think the first Black Panther obviously made all the money in the world. Wakanda Forever made a bunch of money, despite what people will tell you. It just didn't make as much money as the first one. But I think this one's gonna do crazy numbers, not only for Denzel, but also for like the excitement of seeing what David can bring to the table as T'Challa, as the son of Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. Like I'm like, how do we get there? What's the time skip? Like what world are we living in after Secret Wars? Like I think it's all gonna be fascinating. And like between this, like I was more hyped for this than Ghost Rider, but I'm intrigued by your man Ryan Gosling out here as a Ghost Rider.
Are you very intrigued?
I'm slightly intrigued, Ray.
All
yeah,
right.
he'll be better than Nick Cage. I mean,
Damn, don't do it, Chris. Don't do
well, I
it.
mean,
Chris.
it wasn't like I don't blame Nick Cage for that movie. It just wasn't the
He was
greatest.
just playing Nick Cage.
Yeah, it was just.
I always think about those superhero movies as like there was a certain formula to them, and like I feel like he was good for the formula that those movies were following then. I feel like what has happened with Marvel is, especially when Winter Soldier came out, there was now a new level of what we expect from Marvel. And then because I feel like that was one of the films where like everyone's performances were fantastic. The writing was really good. Stunt choreography. It was shot really well. Like had some of the best like action sequences. Just like the whole Nick Fury scene in the beginning is probably one of the best like action sequences to date. So I feel like we had this expectation of, okay, these movies can actually be like on the level of like a Jason Bourne movie and things like that. So I think because of it now, it's like, well, where's the good story? And like, it's like, or some of the movies will have a good story, but then everything else around it sucks. Or it's the other way around. Everything else around it is great, but the story kind of sucks. Like, I feel like that's where Marvel has been now. And, I just feel like those movies are a whole different ball game. Like there's a formula those had. Marvel then set up a formula, especially with Winter Soldier, and now it's like they're trying to find that ground again. I don't know, but I think Ryan Gosling will be fun. I hope he came up with a pitch, and I think because he's doing Star Wars, that's why he wanted it.
And yeah, he's in the Star, what is it, the Star Jammer, Star Killer,
Starfighter.
Starfighter.
It's called Starfighter.
That'd be wild if they made a movie based off the N64 game. Ryan Gosling is Star Fox. He still can't play cover 2 defense. Chris. Before we wrap up the Marvel talk, any thoughts on David Jonsson being named the new Black Panther, and have you seen any of his work?
I've seen some of his work, and I think he'll be fine. I think the thing with these movies, like especially like a superhero movie or any kind of like, you need an unknown actor as the title character. So you're not going into the movie with any preconceived notions of what that person's gonna be, you know. I think that's always a winning formula for like those Star Wars types movies, the superhero movies, all that stuff. Because Chris Evans was a nobody before he got cast as Captain America. I mean, did those stupid like Not Another Teen movie and bullshit like that, but
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Scott Pilgrim.
Hey, Scott Pilgrim is a great.
Scott Pilgrim was kind of dope, but he wasn't like a star.
And Scott Pilgrim is a cult movie too. It's not everybody's seen Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Ray ain't seen it.
I've seen Scott Pilgrim several times, but yeah, not everyone saw Scott Pilgrim. So you do need. I think you got a good unknown actor in the movie, and then we just see what he does. You know. And I think he'll be fine in the movie. I think the problem when you have big stars in the movie, as those characters, what you do is you put big stars around him. That's how you do the movies. You put the big stars around them, and then like let the big stars help carry him to a good performance. And Coogler is good about doing stuff like that too. So,
and you already know, man, we gonna get a trip to the ancestral plane. We gonna see Angela Bassett back in this joint. We gonna see Michael B up in this joint. We got Denzel in the joint. Letitia, Winston Duke is in Baku. Like it's gonna be fun, Chris.
Yeah. Have Denzel Washington? This is out there. Has Denzel Washington and Angela Bassett ever played opposites of each other in movies? I don't know if they have. I know her and Lawrence Fishburne has done a bunch.
In Malcolm X.
Oh yeah. She was
Betty
Betty
Shabazz.
Shabazz. Yeah, she was in that one.
Yeah.
And she was Betty Shabazz in Panther too.
Yeah, I think that might have been the last time they were in a movie together, which is wild. Like,
Yeah,
on
probably the
Denzel's
first
Way
and the
Out.
last time. Yeah.
So yeah, he gets
Yeah.
if she is in Black Panther 3, which I think she will be.
Yeah.
They'll be in the same movie one last time.
Mm-hmm. It sucked when she didn't win the Oscar. They gave it to Jamie
robbed.
Lee Curtis.
She was
but,
robbed.
Well, I mean, but Jamie Lee Curtis, it's not like she's a nobody on these streets.
We
you know
love
what I'm
Jamie
saying?
Lee Curtis, but even Jamie Lee Curtis know, like, I got away with this one.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things where like Jamie Lee Curtis has probably had stronger performances in other things, and it could have been movies again that like the Academy would turn their nose up at. Like, I think people need to like also come with the terms that like Heath Ledger, if he had not passed away, despite how obviously wonderful his performance was, he would not have got a nomination for The Dark Knight Rises. Like that's
I don't agree with that. I think he would have got the nomination for The Dark Knight. Yeah, I do. I think because I think his performance was so like good and monumental, and it was I heard the critical acclaim for it before he died in New York. I heard people already saying the Oscar buzz was there before he had died, and then he died, and I thought people, and then I heard
put it over the top.
Right, yeah, I heard it got put over the top. It was I think it might have been Roger Ebert that said that, because there were critics that saw early screenings of that movie and said he was really good in the movie, and then he died, and yeah, that movie, like, it was like you almost had to give it to him, because they don't really give posthumous Oscars like that for anybody. No one usually gets, like, that's a very rare thing for someone to die and get an Oscar. Even to get a nomination, that's tough to do. And then that 1 year where they teased everybody and made people think that Chadwick Boseman was going to
man. And then your man Anthony Hopkins sitting there like, what y'all want me to do, man? I'm just
because he wasn't there to accept the award.
No.
And what ABC did was they switched the order of the awards, and they made the best actor performance be the last award of the evening, when usually it's the best picture performance, the last award of the evening. So people are watching this thinking like, oh, Chadwick Boseman's gonna win, and then they pulled that shit,
and he ain't even there.
No. And then you set Anthony Hopkins up to be the bad guy and shit. And this motherfucker was,
I feel bad because when he couldn't, I think he said he couldn't travel because that was the COVID year.
Right, yeah.
He couldn't travel because of like his age and COVID, and which is understandable. So it's like they set him up, like you said, to look like the bad guy. And I think that was the one time that they should have actually checked pre-show who won that award.
Right.
Because then they could have pivoted back to what they were gonna do. Because like I think that was the one time they should have been like, let's actually open the envelope to make sure that Chadwick has this, because like they made it into something, then it had people were mad at Anthony Hopkins, was like, he's a good actor, don't be mad at him. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, they got me, because Chris,
they got me too. Shit,
very rarely do I like watch the Oscars like live, like when it happens, start to finish. And I was like, I'm gonna do this for Chadwick, man. I'm gonna do this for Chadwick. And the whole night I'm like, oh snap, he about to get it. And then cut to this random ass vineyard, and Anthony Hopkins is like, hey man, I ain't know either, dog. I ain't know either.
My acting teacher had told me she didn't think Chadwick was going to win it because they had already given away a posthumous Oscar earlier, only a few years ago. She said that was probably too close for him to win it. But I was like, well, why would they, like, the way they just presented everything made you think he was winning the award. It was so messed up.
Man, I was so mad that night, Chris. I didn't know what to do.
I was mad too. I like Anthony Hopkins, and I really did enjoy Chadwick in that movie.
Right.
And I feel like he gave so many good performances that like came out that year. If you saw like the Five Bloods,
Yeah, the Five Bloods was great.
like I really loved like his work with Delroy. Like I think that it just really was like he really would have, I think, earned that movie from all, like, I know it's just based on one performance, but when you look at all of his performances that like year that came out, he was so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like going back to Jamie Lee Curtis winning, I think it was like we probably should have given you an award
Lifetime
before,
achievement.
and
Yeah,
we
it
did
was.
it. So let's give you something. When I think people actually don't even want to accept that Stephanie Hsu had the better performance out of all of like the people that were nominated that year. She was in All at Once as well.
Who was that now?
She was also in Everything Everywhere All at Once. So she had a bigger role than Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just.
But you know, I was mad when Angela lost. I was mad when Chadwick didn't win. And sometimes when I'm angry, Ray, you know, don't make me angry, Ray. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Okay. Sometimes when I'm angry, I take a walk, man, because it helps clear the mind, clear the soul. And as I'm walking, Ray, I happen upon a park near where I live, and in that park there is a pond, and in that pond, or technically on the pond, there are some ducks, Ray Williams. Let's go feed some ducks, Ray Williams, because this is Feeding Ducks on the Pond, the segment of the show where each of us brings a question to the table, maybe serious, maybe silly, maybe fun, maybe thought-provoking, and we address it. Where's the sexy duck music, Ray? There it is.
I was waiting for you to write the intro. That's
all right. Now
I was trying to find.
Turn it down.
It's like double Dutch. I'm trying to find a way to.
It's too sexy. The ducks is too sexy right now. Talking about some quack quack. We ducks you out. But anyways, this is Feeding Ducks on the Pond, where we go around the horn, ask questions and whatnot. So let's start with, let's see, who shall we start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, may. We gonna start this off with Ray.
Of course.
Don't be surprised at this point, Ray Williams.
All right. So we were talking about LeBron James,
okay,
who some consider the GOAT, greatest of all time in the world of professional basketball. We're talking about Denzel Washington, who some people consider the GOAT, greatest of all time as far as actors, not just black actors, but in acting in general. So if you guys want to pick one category of your choosing, it could be of art, sports, entertainment. You could pick that category and then pick who you believe your GOAT is. And it could be a widely held belief. It could be something that's not too unfamiliar, or it could be something that's like a dark horse that maybe people might question and debate you on. So
okay,
who is your GOAT in any category that you guys want to pick?
Okay, good question, Ray. Let's start it off with Brittany Monet, ladies first.
Gosh damn it! This is
I love how she said "gosh damn it," which is like a weird thing to say.
This is hard because, well, sports, I don't have one because I don't follow sports enough to have one. For acting, I feel like there's just so many people that I like.
Maybe as far as like bands, I know you're into like.
Well, everyone knows. I'm gonna say Fall Out Boy.
She's biased.
That's. I feel like I literally have the Fall Out Boy tattoo.
So that's the greatest. You would think they're like either the greatest rock band of all time, greatest band altogether all time.
Yeah, I would say greatest band. I feel like Patrick Stump. He has such a really cool, soulful voice that somehow meshes really well with like their punk vibes. But sometimes their vibes aren't. They're more pop punk. They mix it up, and then I feel like Pete Wentz, my fellow biracial Gemini, is one of the best lyricists of all times. I know that there's a couple albums where they said like, well, we had to do it because of like contract obligations. So I understand if people like, hey, Fall Out Boy got some that aren't good, but I feel like maybe for me, but I feel like even then, just like because maybe the movie's more fresh in my mind, seeing Michael Jackson, that's the GOAT. Like that movie was so good. I know I haven't talked to you guys in a while, but like I loved that movie. That movie was so good. It was probably one of the best besides like Sinners in the last, and I would also say The Odyssey in the last couple of years. Like Michael was like, that was a great movie. So maybe Michael Jackson. For white actors, then maybe Tom Hanks. Just because I feel like I can't say I love Tom Hanks, I love Denzel Washington. I feel like those two are like tied with like the best actors ever. I think
I agree.
For female, obviously Viola Davis, and this one might be controversial, but Jessica Chastain. I think she is that girl.
Oh, did you see that the trailer to that new movie, Other Mommy?
Yes, because it played right in front of the Odyssey.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah. As soon as like with the music started, I'm like, well, it's funny because me and my bestie saw a poster for a movie called Ice Cream Man. That's definitely gonna be like a horror film.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe it's for this movie because the little girl's walking with the thing of ice cream in the beginning of the trailer. So I thought it was gonna be that. So I kind of already knew maybe it's gonna be something scary, but did not expect that, especially the jump scare in the theater. It's always worse when it's in the dark theater, you know?
If that movie doesn't contain at least one scene where they playing Master P's Ice Cream Man or Wu-Tang Clan's Ice Cream, then they have failed their mission.
Okay.
I don't know if Eli
you don't know
Roth
either,
is
Ray.
down with
You don't know either, Ray.
I don't know if Eli Roth is down with the culture like that. We'll see.
Just
because it's his movie. He and it's actually like a remake of like
French
an
vanilla
old
butter
80s
pecan chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched. Wu-Tang. Actually, they should start the movie with the Master P joint, Mr. Ice Cream Man. But anyway, Brittany has some real good answers. I think, let's see. I'm gonna go a couple different ways with this. In terms of like, there's a spicy take that I've got that I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna say it, but it's not my answer. Like that's Bill Cosby's the greatest stand-up comic of all time, but I didn't say that. But I didn't say that though, Ray. It's not on the record.
Some people say it.
Some people out there are saying reports are coming in. But I think in terms of acting, yes, I'm with Brittany and with Denzel and your man's Tom Hanks on these streets, at least the greatest actors of their generation, if not of all time. In terms of sports, Ray Williams, I'm gonna say, and this is probably not a hot take. I'm gonna say the greatest athlete of all time is probably Deion Sanders or Carl Lewis.
Okay.
In terms of music, we had the big debate a couple weeks ago about Michael versus Prince. I still lean towards Prince in that debate.
I've seen Prince live, so that's.
You purified yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Yes, when it was either right before they were about to close the forum for a little bit to remodel it. He was doing like $25 concerts, and I went the night where it was Shaka Khan who opened for him. So what a great!
What year was this? You probably saw him the same
2010.
Okay, so that's like the circa where I met him at.
Is that when he tried to convert you, Chris?
Yeah, when he tried to convert me to Jehovah's Witnesses. Me and my friends. Yeah. This was like because he had performed at the was it the Hard Rock or something? It was a surprise performance and we were there, and I don't know. I guess he was feeling nice that night because I heard he doesn't really like meeting people, but he was like walking around and meeting people and stuff. And he probably could have been doing his Kingdom Hall stuff that night. I don't know.
I'll say once a month he's got to go out and outreach to the community.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, it was funny.
Dearly beloved, are you worried about your immortal soul?
But yeah, he wouldn't let us take a picture with him though. So
no photos.
Yeah,
you can't take it with you to the afterlife.
It wasn't even like when the homie asked, "Can I take a picture?" It wasn't even like, "Nah, I'm not doing any pictures right now." He was like, "No," like it was like this resounding like, "No," that shook the whole fucking place. Yeah, he was with his full chest, like, "No." I was like, "Okay, goddamn, man, shit." It's like, so we're in here with Prince, and we can't even take a picture with. And it was it might have been before 2010 because it wasn't a good. We didn't have their camera phones were a thing, but they weren't like what they are now, you know. So like it's
a Nokia
just
flip phone trying to take a picture. Right,
it was yeah. I think it was like a flip phone of some kind, maybe a Nokia or something.
Come back when you get a sidekick, Chris.
Yeah,
on your Blueberry
and the Blueberry,
Black Panther. Yeah, one of the berries.
But I think like Prince is definitely up there. Low key, like, and this is not a hot take at all, but like the Beatles, man. Like you go back and listen to some Beatles joints.
Oh yeah,
Beatles is up there. But I'm gonna say, to me, the greatest musician of all time, Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I agree.
Brother can't see, allegedly, depending on who you talk to. But he could play all these instruments. He had a good singing voice. Like he had a run, like in the 70s, where it was like Songs in the Key of Life, Inner Visions. Like he had like 3 or 4 albums that all went #1 and all went gold and platinum and everything, and just killed it, man. Like Stevie Wonder's that dude. Like I love me some Stevie Wonder. Even to this day, he be out here. He was at the Obama joint a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him at the Karen Bass inauguration back in when she won the mayor in Los Angeles. Yeah.
He like, hey, Stevie, can I take a picture? No.
He gave a free for well, I felt bad for him because we saw him at Fixin's right after he performed at the inauguration. And motherfuckers was just walking up to what they saw him walking in. Dudes were just like walking up, taking selfies with him and stuff. And it's just like, it's like man. I thought about doing it too. It's like, how many times are you gonna just see Stevie Wonder?
He gonna know Chris, even though he probably heard. Like his hearing is probably so sensitive that
his people took real good care of him. No, they didn't like let people like just do, but there were a few people that walked up and just snuck pictures. It was just like, I'm taking this picture.
Shout out to Stevie, man.
Yeah, Stevie is an icon, man. Like, he runs the KJLH radio station out here.
Talking about LeBron Ray, like Stevie Wonder was out here making hits when he was a little kid, a little blind kid, man.
Yeah,
and then Stevie almost died making intervisions. Like he got hit by a semi truck and like almost died. And then like I think as the story goes, I don't know how true or not this is, the only way, like not the only way, but like when he was in the hospital recovering, he was still in a coma, and his manager or business partner at the time kept playing songs from Intervision that were like in demo stage. And like according to the story, again, Stevie just woke up one day, he was like, the key's a little bit off, we need to fix that. Like, Stevie, if you don't recover, sir. Shout out to Stevie Wonder, man. So yeah, to me, Stevie Wonder is the greatest musician of all time. Chris, what is your GOAT in whatever category he or she or they may be in?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll say my favorite Britney is Brittany Monet, so we'll say that. But we'll get.
She's in my top 3.
Yeah.
Britney Spears. So it's Britney Spears, Brittany Daniels, and Brittany Monet. Those are my top 3.
Oh yeah, it was Brittany Daniels, the
What
one
about
from
Brittany Murphy?
That's who I'm thinking of. Brittany Murphy, Luann
okay,
from
yeah.
King of the Hill. She was in Clueless, R.I.P. She was great, man.
I was gonna say, if you don't say Brittany Murphy over me, I think I would be a little like, oh. Not saying that I'm not great, but
I don't know who Brittany Daniel is.
I love Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Daniel was on Sweet Valley High. She's one of the Daniel twins. It's
Oh, okay.
Cynthia Daniel and Brittany Daniel.
Okay, I remember them. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
Britney Spears, Brittany Murphy, and Brittany Monet. That's my top three.
Okay.
What about you, Ray? Top Britneys, go.
But my favorite, let me see. My favorite, because I've already talked about a lot about my favorites, like, because y'all know how I feel about like Halle Berry and stuff like that, you know.
Why isn't she in Endgame? Not Endgame. Doomsday. Sorry.
They had her chair.
No, they didn't. Did they?
Did they? I think they had when they did the 2
No, it
hours
was missing because like that was something
chair.
people were talking about. They're like, "Where's Halle's chair?"
Oh no!
But you never know. She may be in one of these. We don't know. Brittany, we don't know.
I oughta. That's how I want. That's how Kevin Feige gonna know someone's really angry if they say that. And the white people, why I oughta.
She just goes into Kevin Feige's office. You know what happens to a toad that gets struck by lightning?
Yeah, they gave her that lame ass line.
Yo, how them superhero movies did Halle dirty, man. Catwoman, cuz.
When I was 10, I thought that was one of the sickest lines ever. You know what happens to the storm when the toad gets hit by lightning, like everything else.
Yeah. I mean, she did what she could.
She did her thing, though.
Yeah, you know. And she was just coming off of like award-winning performance because she had done Dorothy Dandridge, I think, the year before that. You know, introducing Dorothy Dandridge. Let me see. What's my question? What is the best? Because I've gone through a lot of this stuff already. So, my favorite. I'm trying to think.
Who's the best political pundit besides yourself? Who's
okay? Yeah, I could do that.
Laura Ingraham.
Yeah. the best political pundit, best political talking head is probably going to be Roland Martin.
Okay.
Like Joy Reid is okay, but she's starting to. I think she's getting into a lot of audience capture with some of her takes.
Okay.
Like
we know you got beef with Eddie Glaude.
I have no beef with Eddie Glaude. It's just like I just like when you are like an intellectual such as he is. I just don't ever agree with people in our position making anybody think it's okay to be apolitical when one of these dumbasses is going to be the president, you know?
Right.
It's like you do realize one of these people is going to be in charge of things. So I don't think you should ever play games with any kind of election, man.
Okay.
And it's different. Like for me, like I live in a community in Monrovia where you don't necessarily have to know who the leader of the school board is because you know they're not going to pick a nut to be, you know, the leader of the school board. You know. But I think in a lot of these places, like if you live in like Florida, if you live even like in Texas, even if wherever you live at in Virginia, you have to pay attention to these local elections because they could put somebody really, really Looney Tunes in it, you know. Yep. But yeah, I would say Roland Martin is the best political talking head as far
Okay.
as that stuff is concerned.
Shout out to Roland Martin.
Mhm.
Real quick, Chris, before we go to Ray, what are your thoughts on Michael Steele? Because I do enjoy.
Oh yeah, he's cool
Michael
too.
Steele often.
I met Michael Steele back in 06 or so. So this was right before he became the Republican chair. And he was a Republican. The thing with him is there was a time where you could disagree with Republicans and still not think they were horrible human beings, and that was like Michael Steele. I always thought he made a compelling case for why Black people should be Republicans, but at the end of the day, I didn't agree with it.
Right.
But he was. Yeah. But I think he's real. I do wish he would stop like trying to hold on to that Republican label. He says he does it because it pisses people off, but it's a toxic brand and you're not going to rehabilitate that brand anytime soon. So you kind of, once something turns toxic, you have to know when to give up the ghost, when it's time to shut the lights off on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ray Williams, you asked the damn question. Who is your GOAT and why is it Macklemore?
See, don't be giving away. We gotta tease them. You giving away the ending, brother. Let me stop. Well, let me go back. So, I think the things that pop up to my mind when I think of like GOATs. So, I guess we can go a bit with sports. I think Peyton Manning is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I think he's
talk to him, Ray. Talk to him, Ray.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Okay. That's a little bit hot.
So
it's a little hot.
Yeah, a little hot. I just think like at his peak, he was a better quarterback than Tom Brady. I know he brought about rings. They have like the Jordan debate. It's like when you look at their peak, like I just think that Peyton Manning was just head and shoulders above Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady, he was a great leader, and I think he can make things happen. But physically, I just think Peyton was a better quarterback.
I think Joe King of the Boston Rebels is the greatest quarterback ever.
Brittany's feeling the magic.
Right.
Yeah. That's what it hit.
Yeah. I think, I don't know if I put Peyton Manning as the greatest quarterback of all time. The thing that Tom Brady has going against him for me is that he lost 2 Super Bowls to Peyton Manning's bum ass brother. And
shout out to Eli.
Just shout out to Eli. But I mean, come on. I've never seen 2 luckier Super Bowls before in my life than those 2, man. It's like, how did you let this happen, Brady? Come on, dude.
That is crazy.
Because he's not Joe King.
Yeah, I just think when we take the rings into consideration, like you got to consider like the whole team, and I think by a hair,
real talk, Ray, them first 2 rings, I hate to say it, but Brady got carried to them first 2 rings.
Yeah,
by the defense, by the special teams, Vinatieri,
the leg of Adam Vinatieri, yeah, and that tuck rule, which Charles Woodson is kicking himself to this day. So that's one GOAT that I think I have. You mentioned greatest athlete of all time, regardless of sport, brother Nate. I definitely do see Dion up there. I gotta say Simone. Like regardless of gender, Simone Biles. Oh
yeah,
fantastic.
Okay,
it's legendary. Like when they got to change the rules because of you know you're doing something right.
Right, yeah.
They got to change the rules. Like,
yeah, and I was actually actually, Nate, I was actually more of a as far as two sport athletes, I actually was gonna go with Danny Ainge. No, not joke. I'm joking about that. I was actually gonna say I actually liked Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
I always think about if that dude would if he didn't get into that freak accident.
Yeah, if he could have stayed healthy.
Yeah, because like I always thought Deion Sanders was decent at baseball but awesome at football. I thought Bo Jackson was awesome at baseball and awesome at football. And it's just that his career got cut so short.
Just too short. Yeah,
it's travesty.
Yeah, so that as far as other arts, like I ain't gonna get too much into like acting.
Who's the greatest painter ever, and why was it Bob Ross, Ray?
Yes. Bob Ross.
Happy accidents, brother. Happy accidents.
Yo, low key, you know who is one of the greatest artists ever that don't never get no credit? And I don't know if this is a regional thing, if it was out. Ray may have seen him back in the day. I don't know if it got out to the West Coast, but on PBS back in the day, there used to be this show called Cover to Cover, where the dude would like read you half of the book, and he's drawing the illustrations of the book while he's telling you what's in the book with like chalk drawings and stuff. I think his name was like John Roberts or John Robinson. He's like, I'm John Robinson, and we're going to read this book cover to cover, which was a lie because he only read half the book, but he'd be illustrating the book while he's reading it. And those illustrations, like, this week we're going to read The Bridge to Terabithia, and he'd be drawing all these, like he was a real good ass drawer. I'm like, boy, where did you learn to draw like that with that chalk, cuz? But then he would like end the story at a cliffhanger, and then Emily fell off the bridge. And you know what happened next? Well, you have to go to your local library to find out. Like, sir, if you don't show me what happened to this damn girl.
What a traumatizing.
You better get to the other cover.
He did that all the time. Like, he would stop, like, right when the story was getting real good. Like, and then the wolf came up to Peter. And you know what happened next? You have to go to your local library to find. Sir, I don't even have a library card right now.
The freak.
Do you ever remember watching Andy Warhol's MTV show from way back in the 80s?
No.
Yeah, he had this show on MTV.
I was not born yet.
That's crazy. Yeah. Andy Warhol had a show on MTV.
Yeah. It was weird. I think they have YouTube clips of it.
Okay.
But yeah, he was.
You want to know what happened to Andy Warhol after that show?
Weird.
You have to go to your local library to find out.
Damn.
Like, sir, the microfiche ain't even there no more. Shout out to microfiche. Anybody else, Ray?
I'll leave it at that because we trying to make
besides
our
Macklemore.
Greatest rapper of all time at me. No.
Oh my God.
He's probably the greatest Macklemore of all time. I don't know any other Macklemores.
What's the competition? I mean, Ben McLemore played guard for Kansas in the early 2000s. He was pretty good.
Oh yeah, he's not the greatest Macklemore of all time.
Damn.
Damn. Shout out to Ben McLemore. Let's see who's next. Let's go with Chris. What's your question for the group?
Okay, so if I had a question, let me think. Because I thought this was going to be the sports show today, so I'm confused.
You were prepared for other topics,
right? Yeah. So
Brittany came and threw a wrench in the monkey in the wrench. However that saying goes.
Yeah,
you could throw out a sports question and have Brittany just throw out her fictitious.
The Rockford Peaches.
Yeah. What's your favorite line in the Fall Out Boy song "Uma Thurman"? That's not my question.
No, I do have a favorite Fall Out Boy line of any of the songs. It's my pin is the barrel of the gun. Remind me what side you should be on. Which that is my Fall Out Boy tattoo. It's a gun and a pin, and it actually the banner is the name of the song, which the song is the pros and cons of breathing. So There we go. That is my favorite Fall Out Boy song because I was and lyrics, just that lyric of like my pin is like what's gonna hurt you? What side do you want to be on of this pin? Like what? Pete wins.
So you're saying you don't have a tattoo of the lyrics to Immortals from Big Hero 6 tattooed on you somewhere?
No, but we can be immortals.
Well, my lifestyle determines my death style from Frantic from Metallica.
Okay, Ray.
No,
okay.
No, nobody wants that one.
Why do you have Let the Bodies Hit the Floor tattooed on your bicep, Ray? What are you saying?
Oh, that's my tramp stamp right there.
I'm just expressing myself, Mom. Something's got to give. Something's got to give, Ray. If you don't clean your damn room. But yeah. So, what's your question, Professor?
All right, so I'm gonna be very specific with my question, just because I can't really think of anything else. What is your favorite album from the year 1999?
Well, damn. That's super specific. That's very specific. Ray, I'm gonna need you to look up the top albums of 1999. Brittany, what's your favorite album from the year 1999?
I feel like people that had albums that I liked in the 90s were either a little bit before 99 or right after. Like I think the NSYNC album came out of 95, 96, the one album, and the other one was like 2000. I want to say Britney Spears was like 98 with Baby One More Time. 99, I don't know. What are the
top albums of 1999, Ray Williams?
All right, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna share.
I've already got mine, so.
All right, so I'm looking through. So we got Blondie, No Exit. We got the Slim Shady LP by Eminem.
Okay.
Stereophonics, Performance and Cocktails. Blur, 13. I think Blur only good for like one song.
I know that one song by Blur.
Yeah. Skunk Anansi, Post Orgasmic Chill.
I ain't never heard of that, Ray. How's that the top album of 1999?
Well, I think it's showing albums that came out chronologically. Mogwai, Come On, Die Young, Suede Head Music, Moby Play, Flaming Lips, The Soft Bulletin, Travis the Man Who.
Where the black albums at, Ray? So where the black albums at, Ray? You ain't got no brothers on the wall.
Didn't It's Dark and Hell is Hot come out in 1999?
I think so.
It may have.
Okay.
Californication wasn't in that, right?
I'm gonna go with the Blink 182. Yeah, that's a good album.
Yeah. Okay.
Stripe, Chemical Brothers, Limp Bizkit, Magnetic Field. I need to look up hip hop albums too, because this looks like all pop rock. Muse, David Bowie, Charlatan, Foo Fighters. Oh, Foo Fighters, There's Nothing Left to Lose. Beck, Midnight Vultures. So let me go back.
Usher ain't had no records back then.
So I feel like, was it a weird year?
Yeah, I should have probably said 98, because I think that's when the DMX albums came out.
We'll stick with 99. Let me see. I'm sure. Yeah. So I'll say hip hop album.
When did the Mystery Man soundtrack come out? Was that 99?
That was 99.
Wait a minute. There are some ones that came out that I'm like, hold up. Besides Blink 182, I really loved Millennium by Backstreet Boys. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is mine.
Oh, yo, I think that Robbie Williams joint came out too. That Robbie Williams Millennium song, that was pretty cool.
I like that shit, man. I like
Robbie Williams. You don't know Robbie Williams?
We got Stars Directing Our Fate. That's
Millennium And then he tried to like spice it up. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder, like, sir, you from London. You don't know nothing about that.
Mhm.
I don't know who that man
Robbie
is.
Williams, he's like a British singer. He was in a boy band called Take That. And he was like the British Bobby Brown. He was the bad boy of Take That. And then he became a solo act. And he sang at the World Cup that one year. He's got that song called Angels, which is a big song.
Feel very much like Keke Palmer, and I don't know the man.
Yeah, Robbie Williams. But yeah, as of right now, Ray, the Mystery Men soundtrack is my #1 album of 1999.
Apparently Things Fall Apart by The Roots also came out.
That was a good one.
Black on Both Sides by Mos Def. Looks like Slim Shady as well.
Yeah. Nas's I Am, Jay-Z, Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter. DMX did have an album come out. It was, and then there was X. You got any more, Britt?
I just have a quick overview because then the next thing I see is like Christina Aguilera released her album and also Fan Mail by TLC.
Ooh, Fan Mail was good. Fan Mail was good. I'm trying to think.
Certified Classics.
Was there any Outkast that year?
I think there was some in was it 99? I think the next year, maybe 2001, 99. Because I remember they had an album that came out.
MF Doomsday came out in 99.
Yeah.
Which for those that are on the free feed, you're probably listening to this on Wednesday. Tuesday, we dropped the Avengers Doomsday trailer reaction, which had the Doomsday song in the background. Because I was like, you know what? Copyright strikes be damned. I said, gosh darn it, gosh damn it, as Brittany Monet would say.
It said Dr. Dre's 2001 came out.
Pharoah Monch. Was that the album with Simon Says on it?
Simon Says, get the hell up.
Yes. Simon Says, get the hell up. Ladies, rub on your. Yeah, I said it. Like Pharoah Monch. This is not PG. That beat still goes hard though. Bump, 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 bump.
PG.
Get the hell up. Simon Says, get the hell up. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say, you know, that Mystery Man album still go hard though. Like Kel Mitchell rapping about the Mystery Man. 99 is a weird year for music.
Yeah, because you're kind of transitioning
Eve
from the music is starting to get a little bit more gritty. I'm not offense to, because you know how I feel about the boy band era. That's not my cup
was
of tea
99 the
at all.
year Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai came out?
That was 97, I believe.
Oh man, that Virtual Insanity go hard, cuz.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Cool Keith?
Yeah,
Astro, Cool Keith.
Oh, did Red and Meth come out in 99?
Yep.
Yeah, that was that's probably my favorite album. I have to think about it. Either that or and then there was X, but yeah.
Okay, so what was your answer, Britt?
Millennium, Backstreet Boys.
What was your answer, Ray?
I'm gonna go with the Slim Shady LP.
Okay. And
that hit me at a time within my young teenage angst. So, I'm gonna go off the board. I'm gonna go with the Mystery Men soundtrack from 1999. What you got, Chris? You asked the damn question, man.
Yeah, so for me, it's gonna probably be I'm torn between Red and Meth and then there was X. I'm sure there's some like alternative albums that came out that year. I just have to think a little bit harder about that. That I like. But most of the Pearl Jam stuff I like came out in the early 90s or mid 90s.
Yeah, I think by 99 that was like around like Do the Evolution Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
which is I like that song, but I'm not too big on Pearl Jam in that era.
Yeah.
And then I think said for Blink-182, it was the album with "What's My Age Again."
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a big.
yeah.
That was probably their biggest song.
Enema of the State.
I love that song.
Yeah. Either "What's My Age Again" or "All the Small Things."
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go next, and my question, going back to Chris's thoughts on the characters of Sam Wilson and James Rhodes from the MCU. There's a lot of great side characters in movies. My question is, who is your favorite side character from a movie and why? And we can start with the professor.
Favorite side character. All right, so I always liked in Scarface, I always liked his homeboy. What's his name? Manolo.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucked up when Tony Montana killed him, because I thought he was. I thought he was like the one guy. Like, he married his sister, but I think if you're in that world, he was probably the best guy from that world to marry your sister. So for you to act all like a bitch because that guy married your sister, like, fortunately, I'm not in the drug game, but if I was in the drug game and my sister decided to marry a thug, it would have been him. And he was actually the only Colombian in that movie, I believe, or the only Cuban in that movie.
Yes, the only real Cuban.
Cuban, yeah. I love that. I've been like watching the Scarface clips on YouTube lately again, and it's given me a new appreciation for it, because I always think like all the hip hop guys like that movie for the wrong reasons, I think.
Yes.
But I think that movie's got a lot of good like life lessons, because I always thought like Tony Montana, the drug lord before him, the one that was originally married to Michelle Pfeiffer. I thought he was like I always thought he was grounded. I think he like if he stayed in if it wasn't for Tony Montana, he could have ran that cartel for a long ass time.
Yeah. Scarface is a good movie, man. But speaking of lessons we can learn from Scarface, when, I'm not gonna say if, Chris, but when Nefarious reaches that next level, and we out doing something, maybe it's a red carpet, maybe it's a premiere, maybe it's a sporting event, and we at the hotel, and y'all come into my room and you see me in a hot tub with the bubble bath going, and I start talking about, who put this thing together, man? Me, that's who, not you. I put this thing together, man. I need y'all to talk me down, because I'd have gone too far. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I want the world, Chris, and everything in it, man.
Thinking it. The world, Chico, and everything.
The world, Chico. But yeah, shout out to Manolo, man, from Scarface. Brittany, who is your favorite side character from a movie?
So I actually really love Luis Guzman in The Count of Monte Cristo.
Okay, I believe I've seen that.
That it came out in maybe like 2000, between 2001 to like 2003. Okay. A young Henry Cavill is in that movie, by the way. And he plays Guy Pearce's son in that movie. And Luis Guzman is the right-hand man to basically the Count of Monte Cristo in that movie. And I don't know, he's just so good in that movie. And there's a line where he's like, well, I'm your man then. And I don't know, I just love that movie. So good.
Okay, shout out to Luis Guzman, man.
I feel like he's also the best like side character actor, like kind of.
Whenever he shows up, he's always there.
Now How he making money through this online betting? Go ahead and
Yes,
get your
yes.
money, Louis.
Shoot, if Drewski can do it, so can Luis Guzman
Mhm.
and Bill Belichick. What's the spread, Drewski? Like, I don't need that commercial in my life. Ray Williams, favorite side character from a movie, sir?
All right, so I think I can't pick one specific one. I got 3 in my head, and they're all like comedic
Okay.
roles because comedy really gets me. So I love comedy. So one that I could think back to, like all 3 of these kind of go back to my childhood.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with David Allen Greer being Blank Man's brother.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I love to play
that.
with you, but now is not the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go with who else was I thinking? Oh, I'm gonna go with a small role for this brother. I'm gonna go with Dave Chappelle as a Chew in
Men in Tights.
Robin Hood.
Yes.
Men in Tights.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like,
Good
who
call.
is this man? I used to crack up watching that movie. And then the last one, similar to Luis Guzman, he's been in a lot of stuff, but more in like character roles and not in like lead acting roles. I'm gonna go with brother's name is Lawrence Gilliard Jr. He played Derek Wallace, the field goal kicker in The Waterboy.
Yes.
And the place kicker in The Waterboy.
Right. You said Lawrence Gilliard?
Yes, Lawrence Gilliard Jr.
Is he the one from that Chuck Norris show, Walker, Texas Ranger?
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Or is that a different
No,
Gilliard?
I think that's
Clarence
gentleman.
Gilliard.
Clarence Gilliard.
Clarence Gilliard, I know
Gilliard.
because he was my acting teacher at Dominguez Hills.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh,
But not
Nice.
not Lawrence Gilliard. Yeah,
He was good on Walker. I wonder if they're related.
They probably have been, and he died like a year or 2 ago. So R.I.P.
Clarence
to him.
Gilliard.
Yeah.
Damn. R.I.P. to that
he was
brother.
I was a stagehand in a play he directed at Dominguez Hills.
Okay.
Very
Him
nice
and Chuck
guy.
Norris gone.
Yeah. I asked him if he shared all of Chuck Norris's right-wing political views, and his only answer was, "Don't get me started, dude."
Good answer, Clarence. Good answer.
So I asked the damn question, Ray Williams. I got a couple honorable mentions before I get to my actual answer. First honorable mention. We already talked about him. Somebody who is a side character who has kind of leveled up to a main character, even though the corporation don't know what to really do with him. Then hopefully the Russo brothers can fix it. But I'm gonna shout out Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson.
Right? Yeah.
He did his thing, and I think he was a better sidekick than Don Cheadle's roadie. And that's no shade on Don Cheadle. I just think Sam's character was written a little bit better. My second side character that I gotta show love to was in a little movie called Dreamgirls, Brittany Monet.
Eddie Murphy, or
We got to talk about this man, James Thunder Early, Chris.
yeah.
Man, they tried to make him be something that he wasn't really inside, Chris. They wanted him singing all these sad songs. They wanted him to sing all these sad songs, Ray. And he was at the live performance and he was singing the song, I never make you cry. He's like, hold on. I can't sing these sad songs no more.
Yeah, Jimmy got so.
Then he proceeded to torpedo his entire career because you ain't see him for the rest of the movie. He's like, Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got soul.
Yeah.
Jimmy want a rib. Jimmy want a steak. Jimmy want a piece of your chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Eddie killed that. He should have got an Oscar for that. He
really should have, man.
He should have got an Oscar.
Yeah. He should have. He should have told the studio where he did the Rasputia movie, look, why don't we shelve this shit for a year or two before we release it? Because I really do think
you
that's
think Norbit
why
killed his Oscar.
I do think those snobby ass Academy voters didn't vote for him because of that.
Okay,
which is a shame. But yeah,
he did his thing in Dreamgirls, man. I like. Every now and then, like it'll just come up on my YouTube feed, Ray. Just the video of James early at the concert where he destroyed his whole career. That was a great scene.
And
But
I thought Anika Noni Rose did a good job of playing opposite of him too.
Yes. Yeah, that whole movie was good, man. Step into the bad side. Step into the bad side. That's what Ray says when he orders a Philly cheesesteak when he's supposed to be vegan. Step into the bad side. But my actual choice for my favorite side character in a movie is somebody that you know I don't think gets the proper love and the proper respect for what they brought to the table. We talked about RDJ in Tropic Thunder. You know, we talked about these people that can do kind of comedic stuff that may be kind of touching on the line of something that was a little controversial. In that same vein, one of my favorite movies of all time is now I'm blanking on it. Mel Brooks, Gene Wilder, Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles, one of my favorite movies of all time. And Gene Wilder is the star of Blazing Saddles, Chris. At least that's what the credits would have you believe. But the real star of the movie, in a role that was originally going to go to Richard Pryor, is my man Cleavon
Little. Well, Cleavon Little gets top billing in that movie.
He does, but it's really Gene Wilder, and it's like 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
But I think, like, to your point, Chris, he's the side character that outshines the main character. Because he's almost like Bugs Bunny in a way in the movie, where like he's got these crazy white people doing crazy white people things around him, and he's just sitting back like, see you, Screwy. Later, Screwy, see you in St. Louis. Ain't I a stinker?
Where the white women at?
Where the white women at? Sing some of those good old timey songs. Time ladies, sing this song. The sheriff is whoa, hold on now. Got too much dip on your chip. But nah, Blazing Saddles is a great movie. And I think Cleavon Little is somebody who, like, again, he doesn't have this like long list of accolades when it comes to acting, but he was perfect in that role. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we got to allow the last question to go to one of our top 3 Britneys of all time. Brittany Monet, what is your question for the group?
Okay, you either have the choice of being at the bottom of the Trojan horse from the Odyssey, the particular that version, or you have to go up against Thanos. What are you picking?
So there's a lot of specifics you're leaving out of this, Brittany. If I'm going up against Thanos, is it just me, or is it like me and the Avengers?
You get one Avenger.
Okay. I'll go first because I ain't seen the Odyssey yet, but I know what the Trojan horse is. I don't know that particular version in the Odyssey, but I'm not choosing the Trojan horse just because I'm claustrophobic at times. And I ain't no windows in the Trojan horse. You can't see outside of it. You can't get no fresh air in the Trojan horse. Nah, man. And they ain't had deodorant back then, cuz. Nah, I'm not being in the Trojan horse for like an hour while we waiting on these fools to go to sleep. They're like, okay, they sleep, y'all. We can escape now. Nah, give me. Damn, this is the part though, because I gotta choose somebody. Look, much like some of them teams LeBron carried in Cleveland, Chris, I need somebody to carry me against Thanos because it's like, hey, cuz I can distract Thanos. Like, oh, over here, Thanos, what you gonna do, cuz? Oh, snap! You snapping on the 1s and 3s, Thanos. You off beat, brother. But I think honestly, if I'm gonna choose any Avenger, no disrespect to Steve or Tony or Sam or Doctor Strange, none of them cats, Wanda. Wanda was giving him work though. Wanda was giving him work. Carol was giving him work, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Thor. Me and Thor.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, Thor. Let's get it.
Just say aim for the head, okay?
Right. Go for the head, Thor. Nah, we ain't got time for a sequel, dog. You immortal. You can live through this one. I'm gonna die. This is my last movie. Nate Milton will not return in Avengers Endgame. Like, I ain't even gonna get no good death scene like Tony. Ain't nobody gonna be at the funeral. Just Thor. He was one of the good ones, truly, Odin.
You gonna be like Black Widow. They just gonna show your dead body like
yeah, just laying on the ground like, oh, we supposed to be a team, Thor. I'll remember your sacrifice, black man. You remind me of Heimdall.
I can't even get snapped out. I'm gonna die before the snap.
Like Thor, you gonna help me, my boy? All right, Ray. Trojan horse or going 2v1 against Thanos?
All right, well, you braver than me, brother Nate. You ain't hear what she said. She said Thanos. I ain't messing with no Thanos. I'm messing.
Also, hold on, Ray. Hold on, because hold on, because there's one thing Brittany forgot though.
Oh, she left out.
So think about this, Ray. Thanos' whole thing is balance. So if the battle get too crazy, be like, hey, Thanos, right? One of us got to die, right? It's like half, right? Kill Thor. I'm good, player. Sorry, my boy. You good, Thanos? I like the work you doing, man, for the environment and everything. The Dolphins came back. Appreciate you, Thanos. I'm gonna sell Thor out, dog.
Damn.
You're worse than Loki.
You gonna pick him just to sell him out? How dare
sell him out, dog? Hey, one of us got to go, Thor. You done had a bunch of movies, dog. This is my first one. Go ahead, Ray.
I'm gonna try to go against mere mortals. I'll go ahead and get into. I know because I can only imagine like just being in the horse. I mean, if you're at the bottom, then that means somebody above you, and that means they got to go to the bathroom sometimes. And then I think I saw on the trailer somebody got stabbed up when they was in the horse. But I'll go ahead.
How many
and
people was in the horse, Brittany?
Huh?
How many soldiers were in the horse?
About what was it? It was like 50 to 100 of them in there because they built it out of like parts of the ship, basically.
So I'll take my chances with that, and then. But
Ray's going Trojan horse.
But then the thing is, though, knowing how the rest of the movie, how the rest of the story go, like if I'm the ones that make it, that ain't even the worst of what happened in the Odyssey. Once we get through Troy,
you still got more Odyssey in the go, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't even got to the sirens yet, cuz.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch my hands. I'll take my chances with Thanos.
With Thanos. Who your tag team partner?
Thing is, man, you stole mine. You stole Thor. Because then if Cap can't use Thor hammer, can he?
No, because Thor ain't around.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, going
And you know, look, Cap will be the worst one because he ain't got Thor's hammer and he gonna be trying to motivate you the whole time y'all getting beat down. Come on, Ray. As long as there's still some fight in you, we can do this all day. Like you can do this all day.
Exactly.
He's with you to the end of the line.
I'm with you to the end of the line, Ray, which will be in about 10 minutes. 15, give or take.
Cut that in half, my boy. Like 5. I gotta get 5 minutes.
Use your grounded pound, Ray. Grounded pound.
You know what? We ain't make no rules. I'm gonna take Thor too.
I say you get one Avenger.
I said I thought about Cap, but I'm not gonna do Cap.
Oh, okay. I thought you were taking Cap and Thor. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I ain't gonna take Thor. I'm gonna take Thor too.
Okay. Chris, at the bottom of 100 soldiers in the Trojan horse or going 2v1 against the Mad Titan
Right.
Thanos?
Well, I haven't seen the 2026 Odyssey, but I did see the old school, the one they used to show on the movie channel, not the movie channel, on AMC and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely have to take Thanos. I wouldn't want to go through the stuff with the Trojan horse. Just from that old movie, I'm sure they did all kind of new shit in this movie. And if I was gonna pick somebody from the Avengers, it'd be Vision, maybe.
Ooh,
Vision.
okay, Chris.
All
Okay,
right.
I like that. I like that a lot. Brittany Monet, you asked the damn question. Who you got? Thanos 2v1 or in the Trojan horse?
Well, I'm picking Thanos, and
All
it's
right.
because I
Turn your
was
back on your own Greek peoples.
Yeah, well, yes. Because I would have picked Scarlet Witch as my person to
Okay.
like, because think about it, Scarlet Witch pretty much almost had him and would have killed him if he didn't decide to have those guys rain fire and distract her.
Mhm.
Like, she was gonna take him out.
Mhm.
So if it's just Thanos and he ain't got no backup and it's me and Wanda, I'm good. I'm living. We're chilling. Like, I'm pretty sure Wanda even knows how to do some necromancy and I'd be cool. So yeah, pick it. I'm picking Wanda,
Okay. So all of us picked
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
And Thanos is just sitting there like, oh, you silly Negroes.
And that's the thing too, because I ended up teaching my kids we had like an adapted version of the of Odyssey that
Mhm.
we read, and it was because of the trailer from the movie. So I was like, let's read through this so that you guys, if you want to see the movie, you'll have a good basis on what you're watching and why you're watching it. So
Look at Ray educating the kids.
yeah, so I was like, yeah, knowing all that stuff that go through there, you got to deal with like Cyclops, then the Giants, then
Scylla and Charybdis.
then eating
sirens.
food and turning into pigs with
Cersei
Yeah,
and all them.
I ain't messing with all that.
It's too
And
much.
then at
It's too
the end,
much.
knowing I'm gonna die anyway because doggone Odysseus make it back by himself.
By himself, right?
I ain't got no hope. No.
like why would I even sign up for this?
At worst, I could be 50% that's still living in this universe. At worst.
At worst, you could be, even if you dying, you could be like, hey, Thor, avenge me, dog. That's your whole team. Avenge me, cuz.
I don't feel so good, Thor.
Thor, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
Must have been that cheesesteak I ate. Oh.
Mhm.
And on that note, we done fed the ducks at the pond. We done did it again, y'all. We done did it again. That was a good question, Brittany.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I saw someone tweet like, what would be your last saved meme is your reaction to finding out that you're at the bottom of the Trojan horse. And yeah, so I thought that would be a fun question to semi incorporate into it, but I was like, I gotta also make it related to everything else we kind of talked about.
Yeah, I'm excited for these Avengers, man. Despite how Brittany tried to rain on my parade, it's okay, Cap. I still love you, man.
Like I said, there are things that I am excited for, at least in the long run, in terms of
Man,
MCU.
Shang-Chi back, Brittany. We got Shang-Chi back.
I feel like I'm really happy to see him back because I know people feel some type of way about Simu outside of his acting roles, but I really enjoyed Shang-Chi. I thought that was like probably one of my favorite like post-Endgame movies.
That man was so happy to be back at the red carpet. He's just so happy. Be back at Comic-Con. Like, hey, I'm back, y'all. I made it. I made it back.
And I still need to finish watching the show, but his show Copenhagen Test, even though it got canceled, it was really good so far. So I just feel like I really do want to see more from Simu, at least as an actor. So that's what probably the only thing that I was really like Shang-Chi, but then I was like, why are you fighting Gambit?
Yeah, I got some theories. Like I got some theories, man. Like it's gonna be fun. At least to kind of, I'm excited for Spider-Man, and then coming out of Spider-Man, like, will Spider-Man give us any breadcrumbs for Doomsday? Like, we'll see.
I am seeing Spider-Man Friday night. So
yes,
nice.
So we'll have to reconvene in the near future to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day, starring Tom Holland, Zendaya, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Biggie Langston. It's gonna be good, y'all.
And John Bernthal.
And John Bernthal. Go home, Frank.
Yeah. You know what? He was the only actor that took me out of the Odyssey. Like, I know that they're all speaking with American accents, but I feel like there are times when John Bernthal is just always John Bernthal, and it was a moment where I was
Denzel.
like, yes, yeah, I guess you could say that, but I feel like Denzel would have done a little better than John Bernthal in that role. It really like took me out when he was.
I'm telling you,
his,
Odysseus, we're leaving with something. We're leaving with something, Odysseus.
Did you ever see the 1997 Odyssey that aired on NBC?
I think I did. I think I did.
The one with Armand Sanchez.
Yes, Armand. Yes, I did see that one.
And Eric Roberts and Bernadette Peters and
Vanessa Williams. Because didn't Bernadette Peters get killed? Spoiler alert in that movie.
I think so. I haven't seen it. That's the one scene I remember.
Because like I think I don't even know what happened with who was playing what, but I know she slept with somebody she wasn't supposed to sleep with, and then Odysseus and them came through and they was killing everybody in the village, and she was trying to run, and she had like a skirt or something on, and she hid behind a bamboo doorway thinking that was gonna stop a spear. Like, lady, that ain't physics. And then Odysseus threw the spear at the doorway, Ray, and then Bernadette was like, oh. And I was like, why are they playing this at 8:00 on a Sunday evening on NBC? This is not good. But anyway, speaking of shows that were not good or shows that were good, they see what I did there, Ray? Like this one. This was a good show, man. So let's go around the horn one last time. Everybody can shout out their socials and promote anything they would like to promote. And we will start with the good professor, Chris from LA. What's up, Chris? Tell the people about your Substack, my brother.
Oh yeah, just go to my Substack, subscribe, become a paid subscriber if you're so inclined. I'm just now offering paid content. Okay. And I recently hit 407 paid subscribers.
Nice.
And 3,400
damn.
3,400, I forget. Like almost 3,500 subscribers. So
okay.
Yeah, so this is like a full-time job now. So so subscribe to that. If you don't want to be a paid subscriber, share it with somebody. And yeah, so that's about it.
Okay. Shout out to Chris. He doing his thing on the Substack, man. Ray Williams, what you got to promote, man? Let them know what you got going on, brother.
Well, you can always follow me right here on the Nefarious Media Network. Recently had a watch party, I should say, of the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game. And from what I heard, a lot of drama happened after the All-Star Game, but we won't we won't get into too much of that now. But yeah, you can always just keep an eye on us. We're always going to have little watch parties, live watch parties along. As a matter of fact, there's a certain premium live event coming up this coming weekend, in which we may be having a live show for one of the days. It is 2 days, but we're going to choose the day and we'll let you guys know. In addition to that, we should be having our all new edition of Ring Theory to preview said PLE, aka WWE SummerSlam, as well as review AEW Redemption, which took place last night at the time of this recording. So we're going to go through that as well. Styles Break Fights, if you're a big mixed martial arts fan, you can check that out. I have weekly programming, pretty much just a quick news and notes episode called This Week in MMA. It usually takes place. I'm going to try to be consistent with having it out on Saturday afternoon. And then the proper Style Spray Vice podcast with myself and Brother Jay Lacey usually takes place after the weekend or the Sunday after each big UFC event. So keep eyes and ears out for that. And as well, I know we are always forever teasing this, like we forever tease that Jade Cargill is not Luther, but I am putting things in the works for our gaming channel. Let me put you on game. I actually created an email and a separate channel, so we should be having content going out for that soon enough.
We got a YouTube channel for Put You On Game, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is up. I'll give you all the details off Mike, Brother Nate.
Okay.
Yes,
First video, Brittany Monet live streams Super Mario World 3.
Oh, I love to see that. That's my favorite video game.
Oh, it is? I just pulled that out of thin air.
I was like,
I would love to see her.
The only game I currently play is Monopoly Go on my phone.
we got 24 hours for this event, Brittany.
I know. I feel like I just need to bite the bullet and buy some dice so I can get more burgers so we can build our guy.
I feel like I'm Thor in this equation, like, and Brittany is me. I'm just carrying the team right now. But to be fair though, like Jenny's on there too. Like I logged in this morning and Jenny already had like 15,000 points. And I was like, oh, I didn't have to do any work at all. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah.
I don't know where Jenny is. Jenny's always traveling and playing Monopoly Go. Like just a wildlife.
Remember that McDonald's Monopoly game?
Man, listen, brother. Man, I had a whole idea. Like this is probably about 15 years ago. Me and a group of friends in other states, we was like, we gonna collect all these, and then we gonna collect all the pieces, and then we'll send it to one of us. That way we can all split the $1 million. It didn't work out the way I planned.
Right? Yeah, it was never gonna. Yeah, they like they would give you like a bunch of like what's the two blue ones, like Boardwalk
and Park Place.
Park Place, yeah. So they gave out, I think it was like they gave out a bunch of Park Places.
Yeah,
like, oh, all I need is a Boardwalk and I'd win like $5 million or something, and you never get the fucking Boardwalk.
There was only one Boardwalk in the world that was made, and it was given to like one of the McDonald's sons.
Yeah, and it was probably like in some small town McDonald's.
I always got the ones that were like, oh, you get a free drink or you get a free fry.
Right, yeah, free drink, free fries.
But it was like it was never a money prize, because I know like some people were like, oh, I got $20 from it. I'm like, oh, well, I would rather have the.
No, I never won any cash off that. I won Big Macs, quarter pounders, fries, soft drinks. Never any like
the biggest scam in the world.
Yeah, never any like money, or you could win a Corvette, or you could win a jet ski, or you could. I never won any of that shit. Just.
Nigga, I want a jet ski. I want to be Aquaman, cuz.
Yeah. I would have been cool. I could have taken that on the lake out there in Tennessee.
There was a time period in America where like Sea-Doos were the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, everybody wanted one. I remember I rode on one of those for the first time in like 2008.
Everybody see doing it real. Everybody see doing it. Like I want to see.
Like there used to be like stores dedicated to only selling like Sea-Doos and stuff like that. I wonder if those still exist.
I think they've probably been like absorbed by other outdoor.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna go to Amazon and see if I could buy a Sea-Doo.
Buy a Sea-Doo off of Amazon.
Sea-Doo off of Amazon. I'm not gonna buy a Sea-Doo. I just want to see for future reference.
Yo, we need to like, yes, when we level up, we need to buy like one Sea-Doo. That's all we can afford in the budget. But one Sea-Doo, and we'll just like pass it around to everybody.
This was very Mobius.
Very Mobius.
From Loki.
Yes. Yes.
Just in case someone didn't catch my reference.
Everybody gets one Sea-Doo. We get to ride it for the weekend, then we got to ship it to the next person in the group. Like, Ray, I don't know where you gonna ride this Sea-Doo in DC, cuz the National Mall, that green water out there.
I'll take it down to Ocean
You have to
City.
take it to the docks in Maryland or something.
Oh, it's the Baltimore. Oh Lord.
Ray just see doing in the harbor.
Mhm.
You can't see doing the harbor, cuz. But
Have
somebody,
you been to that crab cake spot in Maryland that everyone raves about, Ray?
Which one?
I'm
So
saying there's a bunch of them
I've
though, ain't
been to Jerry's.
there?
The one that everyone says is the best one. Conrad Thompson's always talking about it too. I just don't know the
Yeah, he's
name of
probably
it. Right.
if it's wrestling people, then they're probably talking about Jerry's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the one it is because those are some pretty good crab cakes.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
I went there. When did I went there to watch the first. I think I went there to watch the first. Not the first Full Gear, but it was the pay-per-view after that for AEW.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I watched that,
Hey,
and I
you know
actually
what?
met
You
like
know
an
what, Ray?
independent wrestler there, so that was pretty cool.
You know what, Ray? It's all right because you're among family, but you stay telling yourself because crabs is animals,
I
right?
told you I'm a pescatarian. I never said I was.
Oh, backsliding vegan Ray. All right. Anyways, Brittany Monet, let the people know what you got going on besides riding on this Sea-Doo one weekend out of the year. What you got going on, and where can people find you? Our friend that we've missed.
I have nothing to announce really. But if you follow me on like Twitter and it's the same handles at Hi Brittany Monet. If you're watching the live stream, it's just my name at HI, then Brittany Monet put together. Yes. One T. I've been tweeting about. I finally started actually reading the Bridgerton books.
Okay.
So if that is of your interest, I've been tweeting little like mini reviews every time I finish one. I'm currently in the middle of book 4, which if you watch the show, that is technically season 3. They switched the order of the books. Yeah, I am reading that. That one is a little bit harder to get through than the other one. That's kind of all I got going on right now. I wish I had more cool stuff to talk about, but I've been trying to get money so that I have fun in Greece. So I've been working.
So you don't have to be at the bottom of a Trojan horse going to Greece.
No, thank you.
No. But if you guys and girls out there want to know what happens in book 3 of Bridgerton, you have to go to your local library and find out.
Yes.
But thank you for joining us as always, Brittany Monet. I'm glad the stars aligned for us to actually do today's show.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brittany's. I think she may have even moved up to number 2 on the Brittany charts this week, Ray.
Yeah.
So it's still Brittany Murphy, then Brittany Monet, then Britney Spears with a dramatic tumble to 3rd place. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. But if you want to hear more from me, you already know where to go. Nefarious Media Network is the home base, not only for shows like the Parley, which we do on a semi-regular basis, shows like Super Salad. Our last episode of Super Salad dropped last week, where Ray, OG Rachel, and myself gave a review of Supergirl. Plus, we gave you our live reactions to the Lanterns trailer, which also had a presentation at Hall H. And the Avengers Doomsday trailer. And if you want to hear more about our thoughts on Doomsday, that episode will be up tomorrow, Tuesday. The Paging Dr. Doom excerpt from the Super Salad episode. We also got, as Ray mentioned, Ring Theory coming out this week with Gerard and Jay and Ray. That's going to be a good time. And I think, Ray, we should probably choose to do the live watch Sunday night for SummerSlam, because I don't know if
that's what I was thinking.
If you or Jay have to do Collision Course this week.
Oh yeah, Jay. Well, no, Jay did it.
Jay did it last
weekend. So I don't know who's doing it.
But yeah, I think Sunday probably works better because I'm off Monday, so I'm thinking about me.
Yeah. And I plan on taking one for the team and watching Collision one night with
Kate.
Reviewing. Yeah.
But yeah,
Not working
yeah.
with Kate's not taking one for the team. Watching Collision is taking one for the team. And,
Yes, just to be clear. But yes. So
Yeah.
selfishly, I've made the unilateral decision that we're gonna watch it on Sunday, Ray. Because I put this together, man. Who put this thing together, man? Me. That's who. But yeah, we appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight for the parlay, man. If you enjoy the content, make sure you click that subscribe button on the YouTube so that way you're always notified when we go live each and every week. And if you're so inclined, sign up for the Patreon, where $3 gets you in the door, ladies and gentlemen. $3 gets you in the door for over 300 hours of content. And that is going to do it. So, for Ray, for Brittany, for the professor, I am the Godfather, Nate Milton. I don't even know how I'm going to end this, Ray. I don't even know. You know, that's just the way things end sometimes. Hit the music. The most anticlimactic ending ever. What a downer.